Can you imagine if we all just went live and just started screaming at the camera?
What a great idea. What a great idea. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Yeah. Good timing. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 9 of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen here on the GM Workshop with... We're going to jump right into it. There's a lot to get through this session. We have a lot of announcements. By a lot, I mean we have the usual stuff. Let's go around the table and welcome these amazing players. They're all here. I don't know, but let's just roll a d6, dude. 6, Dread, you go first.
Hello, I'm Dreaded GM. I always come in loud. If you want to know what I do, please go check out Dreaded GM anywhere on the internet. Usually you'll see my face unless someone's stolen the moniker. Not a challenge, don't go do that. If you don't know what's going on with me right now, on the 13th of this month, we are releasing a brand new campaign in Call of Cthulhu known as Horror on the Orient Express. It is a mega campaign. It's huge. And another thing is that acting thing that I've been talking about the past couple of weeks is finally out. It's really cool. If you want to go check that out and howl in the comments, you can, because I was the only one there. All the other races had like other backup, and it was just me. I was the only orc. That's fine. As for who I'm playing Oleander, the youngest of the family. Some might say the what's the word? The instigator. The best.
Yeah, also the best. Yeah.
The baby.
So the baby, very naive, still learning about the world, just trying to be there for their siblings and try to, make their way through the world. They're figuring it out. It's a lot of fun though. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Dread. I look forward, and I watched that video, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm glad you found your axe. Next, let me just roll a D. Perfect. Zach.
It's me. That's me. My name is Zach. You can find me in all places on the internet. Zach Speaks Giant. Did I say feed me?
That's what it sounded like. It's all good.
My brain is
if we supported you maybe on Patreon or
OnlyFans, you can make a request. You can find me.
It's just Goose pictures, though. Like, it's not worth it, you guys. It's just
all
Goose
fun
pictures.
and games until someone actually finds your OnlyFans, people. Let's not joke around.
Then it's funny and money in games.
Yeah.
Zach Speaks Giant. I got a YouTube show, a YouTube channel, TikTok, etc. I got a Twitch as well. You can find me. I do a campaign most Mondays and Tuesday nights, and I play Goose, who has gotten himself once again into a bit of a pickle.
You know how they tell you never split the party? I don't know, man. I don't know. This is perfect.
I blame you firmly for this.
I didn't do anything. I just said, hey, this happens, and you're like, oh, yeah, because this is what we're doing now. Okay, so I'm getting back-to-back rolls of people who've already gone. There we go.
I see. Failed it.
I failed it. Robert, speaking of math, wow. Go ahead.
I just did the maths on what the odds would be of you rolling a d6 and getting a new person to introduce themselves each time, first time. It's only 1.5%, by the way. So no, not surprised that you failed. I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I'm a maths nerd. I'm also a Dungeons and Dragons nerd. I am a full-time professional dungeon master in my own right, and with a company called Viva la Dirt League. You can find me through Robert Hartley GM. You can find them through Viva la Dirt League. I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram and Twitter and a few other places too. Check me out all over the place.
Perfect. That's so cool. I hope that Viva thing picks up.
Yeah, it looks like it might be picking up.
Maybe.
Recently, earlier this week, we hit 1/3 subscribers. So we're struggling away through it. We're getting up there.
Good. It's important to believe
Hey Rob, do you have a silver play button or?
I don't like to show it off.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah. You say that.
Nice.
Like when you get in arguments with your fiance, do you go, listen, and then you go get the silver play button and go, I don't need this. Like, relax.
You understand what I've achieved?
Do you see? I don't need to do the dishes because I got the silver play button. Anyway, Ellen, what's up with you? What's going with Roll to Cast? What's happening with you? Yeah.
Well, hi, I'm Ellen. You can find me on Twitter at EllenKGraham1, where you can see all the different streams I'm in. I'm in Sirenscape. I'm streaming with Sirenscape every Friday morning to play.
No, you're in Sirenscape. It's too late. You said it. You're in Sirenscape.
I'm in Sirenscape.
You're in it.
Captured me.
Which is one of the
sound profile.
All that she's
Probably loud and
everything
annoying.
she's saying right now is Rackham doing this.
It is.
On
That's
Soundscape.
right.
Here comes
All
Bowser. Here comes the bark. Hang on.
baby.
Mistimed it. Mistimed it.
Bowser.
Yeah, but you can find me streaming with Sirenscape every Friday morning. We play Cyberpunk Red. It's like 11 seasons and counting. It's pretty crazy. We've done some really crazy things, include killing off cloned versions of our own characters. Very, 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 very fun. Roll to Cast, we're an any-winning variety TTRPG podcast, so each season is a different game system, so there's something for everyone. Our current season, Season 8, Starfinder, Among the Dust, we have just wrapped on. So we finished the recording of that last weekend, and it's really good, you guys. If you love Guardians of the Galaxy, if you love big space adventures with unlikely heroes, then you are gonna love this season. So please check it out. Like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, all those things. And if you want to find my OnlyFans, shut up. No, you can't.
I mean, you've
You'll
issued the
never
challenge
find
now.
That's
That's what you got to be
Probably
careful
it's out
of.
there.
Probably a dumb decision, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I play
to camera.
Huh?
Everybody's
if anyone
furiously
would like to
typing. No,
send
it's
me
got
some
nothing to do with what you
money.
said.
And I'm playing Juniper Rose, the maybe level-headed when she wants to be, but the fierce protector, the eldest of the Hartman clan.
And she never cracks,
who-
ever.
Except
Never.
for when I just really want that Emmy for streaming. You know,
Nice.
I want that. I want that Oscar, but for streaming, whatever it is.
I don't know
And
what
then
that
you
is.
get tears, baby.
Nice.
Streamy.
The streamy, I guess.
Streamy.
And just the last, certainly, but not least at all, is AJ. What's going on, AJ?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I'm AJ. I'm a dungeon master. I do TTRPG stuff over here at Winter's Tales, the first Dungeons and Dragons studio in Australia that I'm currently sitting in. We
Nice.
do world building over on my channel, which we will be kicking off tonight after Dragonlance. And we also do a fully homebrewed Dungeons and Dragons game, or we do a Dungeons and Dragons game in a fully homebrewed world over here every Tuesday night. And
Nice.
that's me. Tonight I will be playing Corey. Corey is the second half of the twins, the absolute middle of this family, and she feels it constantly. That's who I am.
She's the anchor that holds it all together. You'll see. Cool. So
Or the destruction of it.
you're
I really don't like the way that he sort of ominously said that when we're on a boat.
on a boat.
Corey is the
Oh,
anchor.
Anchors.
I
What
like
could
that.
it all
Please
mean?
don't drown me.
Oh no. Okay. And I guess I should do me. I should do me. That's a weird. Okay.
shoulda
Well,
do you.
I shouldn't do me.
Shoulda
No.
do. I shoulda do.
Shoulda do me.
Shoulda do.
I'm gonna
Shoulda
do me. Shoulda be.
So, what's going on here on GM Workshop? Well, we got these fine people. We just started a new series, a new chat plays D&D thingy. We're level 1, 2, 3, something like this, and it's fun, and we do it every. I don't know. My schedule's a mess. That's it. Time zones suck. Just for the record. Just as a final thing, at the end of this stream today, we'll be going through. There's like 20 YouTube comments, and what we're gonna do as of right now, there are 20 YouTube comments. I'll be rolling a d20, or somebody will roll a d20 at the end of the session, and that person will win a Tailspire code. Thank you, Tailspire, for giving us codes to give away, which is really nice of you. And that's the plan. So you still have time to go and find episode 8 that is on YouTube. Go and leave a comment of your favorite part of it, and then when we roll, you might have a chance to win the code. That's cool. Tell your friends, and they can go leave a comment too, and if they win, then maybe they'll give it to you. Who knows? All right. With that, we're gonna jump into the intro. We'll do the recap that was done by. It's a little bit different than normal today, so we'll see how well that works. And that's the plan. All right, hang on, everyone, and we'll be right back.
It has been 300 years since the gods punished the world of Kryn. They shifted continents, sundered nations, consumed empires. 300 years since the gods departed, ushering in the time of darkness. Yet nothing is eternal. The world begins to heal. Fragile nations rebuild, tentative alliances reforge. But in the shadows to the east, the drums of war sound. Will darkness consume the land, or will heroes stand in its way? Welcome to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen.
Dearest mother, did I ever tell you about Godswin? He was a boy. Who grew up hoping every day would be an adventure, and I was a girl who was convinced I'd never see anything outside of this farm. We were sweet to each other, until we weren't. I felt something snap inside of me when the army killed him, and so I wasn't in my right mind when I agreed to be part of Goose's harebrained scheme to break into the Gerber household. Truly, I just wanted somewhere to put my anger. If not for them, then my brother wouldn't have been forced to choose between his best friend and my ex-boyfriend. But vengeance rarely gets you anywhere. Finding some strange magical artifacts, we came face to face with Cassandra herself and ended up agreeing to a deal to kill her father. As we escaped from the Gerber mansion, the twins' catapult must have been successful, as the whole town shook twice like it had been stepped on by a giant. And while I'm proud of them, the shock of the explosion eviscerated Godswin's body. And I thought to myself, why must I suffer every time this family succeeds? Knowing that the catapult was the signal for the evacuation to commence, I raced back to the inn to try and find Father. What you ever saw in that stubborn head of his, I'll never know. I begged him to leave, to save himself, so I at least have someone else to help me with this family. And he agreed, except for when the attack began. Dragonkin dropped from the sky and began attacking, and I rushed in, and after seeing me hurt, and seeing my siblings all fighting, Father rushed in too, to protect us. We fought them off, but Father stayed behind, and poor Garrett, Godswin's brother, who sought only to avenge his older brother. Well, I didn't see the final blow, but I doubt that he survived the attack. And the last thing any of us saw as we rushed to the boats for safety was Father clashing with this messenger, this red-eyed woman. Maybe he's there with you now. Maybe you're both nowhere. Maybe writing these letters are pointless. But gods, I wish there was a way to talk to you both, you and Father. At least I can tell you that we're all safe. For now, I'm holding Ollie in my arms, and I know I will need to let go, let all of them go. The twins, Goose, Ollie, but for now, I won't. Yours evermore, Juniper.
Cool. Sorry, the audio was all messed up because I forgot to turn off Tailspire music. Nice. That was fun. That was something new we tried. I hope you guys liked it. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
Did.
cool.
It was different. Definitely different. All right. Let's jump in. Thank you for the amazing recap, by the way. Everybody loved it. Everybody liked that. Is there a button that I should press? Everybody liked that.
I have
Hey.
a rub button. Do you want to press the rub button? I don't know which one it'll be. Outrageous! It's that one.
Nice. Oh, Scrappy the Goblin. Thank you.
Scrappy!
All right. Let's
I
just...
love you, Scrappy! Sorry, I'm gonna stop.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. I've just adjusted Dreaded's volume today. Okay.
Never stop.
So, as you fled the remnants of burning Vogler, which you can now see behind you, you can see in the distance where the gate was. Whatever mercenary force, whatever militia members that were there trying to hold off, they have fallen and they have faltered. Flames are beginning to spread across the city, though no sign of the rider that Lyndon single-handedly, and nobody saw it, I don't think, just you, managed to knock off their perch, and the explosion that rocked the city. No sign of pursuit, no sign of the Dragon Owl, no sign of that rider. On one side, near the front or rather near the middle of the collection of boats that are starting to stream out of Vogler. The family with the enormous wolf also on the boat. Oh, he's stuck in the mast. Okay, maybe we don't want him stuck in the mast. All of you have managed to get on this boat. Limnan, Corey, Juniper, Ollie, and this other passenger that was already there. There's a bard who's sitting down, staring at the terrifying, enormous wolf that has landed on this ship. The four of you are near the middle of the convoy, but conveniently, or maybe not conveniently, just missing from that group. If we were to just randomly pan to the back, we're an enormous ship of one Lord Gerber, Bakar's Gerber. You see this ship that's obviously way too big for at least this part of the river. Sort of a vanity thing, a large ship with 6 guards on it. Cassandra that has boarded it, and Lord Gerber himself, holding on for dear life at the back of the hull, just stuck on the hull, undetected as of yet. The cakeful, the thick-bootied, Goose. And that's where we're gonna start, as the ship is leaving the docks, leaving the village behind. You, my dearest Goose, are fixed right there, holding on for dear life against the hull. The village behind you now fading into the distance, the river taking you along, and you can hear the sound of the guards walking. You can hear the sound of one of them climbing to the crow's nest of this smaller ship. It's bigger than any of the other ships, but still not an enormous ship. And that's where we pick up, just for the sake of setting the mood. It is near nightfall. The clouds have rolled in, which casts everything in sort of a dim light. There's rain falling, but there are some ships. So there's light on the ship from within the confines of the ship. There's a small cabin inside of it. And some of the ships that are further up, the small 2-3 people vessels, have these lanterns that they use to sort of act as guide ships. And there's a couple interspersed throughout the rest of the fleet, for the lack of a better term, that provide some lighting so that it's not completely dark. Night is falling quickly on top of the storm being here, but there's still a little bit of ambient light. Goose, what would you like to do?
Okay. Scream. At the top of my lungs. No. Importantly, when he first jumped on and they came aboard, they would have had to raise the capstan. They to raise the anchor, essentially. Turn
Sure,
the
yes,
raise the anchor. Goose used that, essentially rode the anchor up the ship. It usually stows right at the stern of the vessel,
Mm-hmm.
and on the starboard side, which he happens to be on, which is lucky.
Yeah, all these nautical terms I'm super familiar with, by the way. Just like I'm not.
Starboard is the right, correct? And then
I think
port is left.
Yep.
Port is left
Port
because
is
it's
left.
4
Port has
letters.
the same.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's 4 letters. That's how I know. That's exactly how I know. So you're in the back of the ship.
Same.
So I've got you in the right spot, in the back right. Look at this. We win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got 'em.
So as they're taking pulling out of the town before it gets quiet, like while there's all the chaos in the air,
Sure.
and there's still the sounds of fires, he is going to use the Pitten. I looked at my hands like pouring over my character sheet and every piece of equipment.
I'm expecting shenanigans. Okay, we start the sentence with Pitten. That's always good. Go ahead.
Yes, pittons and a hammer. I'm going to hammer the pittons into the hull through the chain, essentially chaining, fixing the anchor so that it can't drop. They cannot drop anchor.
Okay, so we're gonna try to do that. All right, and you're holding on to the side of the hull.
I'm essentially holding on to the
chain.
I'm essentially like holding on to the chain.
Okay, and then hammering. Okay, so
and
while there's still noise. Okay, let's do.
Yeah.
I think it's fair that you're dangling off the side trying to hammer this in. That it's not a matter of
This is how
strength.
you die.
I think this is more a matter of being able to get the nail, the hammer, everything coordinated to get going. So give me a general dex or athletics if you're proficient, but otherwise it's almost
Athletics?
sleight of hand. But let's just do like Yeah, so Dex would be acrobatics, sorry. You're trying to manage all the things. You're strong enough to nail it through, but can you coordinate all the things?
12 for acrobatics.
Yeah, okay. You're able to drive the nail, essentially, what you're using is an enormous nail through the chain to kind of hold it in place. It seems that you're successful. Let me see if anybody... Mind you, this is
my
not...
thought was to nail it on the slope of the hull so that if you look straight down, you wouldn't be able to notice it.
So, like, where it's sort of this... Okay. Let me just see... give me a sleight of hand to see how loud or how well you time this.
Sure. This is 8.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
Okay. Next thing.
Mhm.
He is going to climb up said chain into the chain locker, which excess chain is kept.
So this is not an enormous ship. They have the...
Yeah. It is essentially a cupboard, or it may be like a little like chest.
Sure. So
It is up to you whether the opening on the ship is big enough for Goose to climb through, but it may not be.
Give me a stealth check.
I don't know.
So
okay.
Somebody in the midst of all this, the lookout who's starting to climb the rigging to get to the top, to the crow's nest, take a look, has heard something, and she's veering her attention in that direction. She's like, wait, that doesn't seem like it's coming from the village. I rolled a 17 on perception. So give me a stealth.
Rolled a disadvantage because of my armor. I rolled an 18.
As she looks, you find that the hole is too little, but you're able to get to the top if you want to. You're just at the lip where the chain would kind of go up. You're not spotted, but you realize that this chain is not that big for a ship of that size. You can see where it goes inside and ties to like the mechanism, but there is no space for you to squeeze inside of that hole. That's basically chain size to reel itself in.
Cool.
But you're not spotted. And you can hear up above the helmsman, who is really not far at all from you, who also has not heard you or seen you, and you can see the shadow of the man who's standing there, and the ship, the anchor has been lifted, and he's kind of looking around. You can hear the sails being unfurled. There's enough of a current to start taking the ship downriver without the sails really picking up all that much wind. But you can see them there, and you can hear the voice of Lord Gerber as he's talking to Cassandra. Make a perception check, see through the sound of the rain and all these things if you can make out what he's saying.
There's a 4.
Yeah, okay. You're hearing the sound of blood and your heartbeat in your ears. You're not hearing it. The water, the rain, it's all a mess. The shouting behind you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goose, this is following Goose's tried and true method of getting rid of all of his equipment. He's going to take off his chainmail to ensure that he does not have to continue rolling stealth at disadvantage.
Okay, you're stripping naked off the side.
The only place you can put it is the sea. I just want you to know that.
And it
It's
takes
a
10 minutes.
handy storage.
Like,
Free, too.
And aren't you holding on with one arm, so you're disrobing with one? Okay.
All right.
Holding on to
it's
the
like
chain.
the pop-off pants of like
He's just
armor.
Okay.
Like,
So you...
every episode he's been like, I'll drop this weapon, I'll drop that weapon. He's like, I'm just not satisfied. I need to also get rid of my armor too.
It's only this is the beginning of Goose's OnlyFans account, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So
This is
you
one of those kids that was just always naked.
doffing armor takes a little bit of time as you're standing there, especially in like you on the side. So you begin the process of doing it.
Yes.
Okay. Over the course of the next I'll maybe you'll be able to go a little bit faster if you're a little careless. If you want to go quickly, you can give me a stealth at disadvantage, or if you want to take the full 10 minutes, you could do that. Your arms are burning by the end of this, by the way. Like you're hanging on. This is
it takes 10 minutes? I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Unless
there
you
any
have the
portholes?
common magic
Is there
item,
any,
quick doff armor.
is there any portholes in the ship?
Yes, there is one, and you can see a light coming in, and you can see shadows coming from within. There's only one like porthole, meaning window, if I remember my nautical terminology. Can we just call things like regular? There's a window, sure. In the ship, the boat window, and you can see pacing inside. There are two shadows. One is pretty large. You reckon it's probably Lord Gerber, and it's one that is slightly more lithe, and you imagine that might be Cassandra.
Is there any ship windows that are dark?
You'd have to. The only one that you see from the starboard side, the right side of the ship, you only see the one, and that's the one that has light coming out of it. You could maybe try to go on the other side if you want.
Yeah, would I be able to? Because jump, I've still got jump cast on me. Would I be able to use that increased mobility to drop and then swim under the ship and then come out the other side and like maybe get to the porthole on the ship window on the other side?
Sure. You're doing this with the armor still on, or are you waiting the 10 minutes?
Still on, yeah. So I didn't. Yeah, I forgot that it was 10 minutes. So
okay, so we're not doing the armor thing.
Not doing the armor right now.
Not doing the armor thing. Perfect. Yes, you could certainly use the experience, but give me an athletics check as you drop with armor on, trying to swim beneath the ship to go to the other side while the ship is moving. I love it. I think this is a great plan.
Would jump give me advantage on this check?
I'm jumping in the water. Tell me how it would give you advantage in the water, and then I'll be happy to let you do it.
Yourself.
He's about to, yeah.
Essentially, my thought is that like it would give me more powerful legs, and so kicking through the water would be easier.
Sure. You know what? It's just
is swimming not jumping off water?
No. No.
Thank God you're not the one teaching my kids how to swim, dude. Just go there and just jump extra hard in the water, you guys. It's so dumb that I love it. Do it with advantage. Just re-roll it.
It's infuriating that, like, as somebody who studied physics, he's actually not that far wrong. Like, it's technically the same mechanics. It is essentially propulsion.
Try and get in the ocean and jump with your
technically
through the water.
That is what you're doing. You're increasing the surface area to push off of the water. You're literally, that's why you put your hands together and push. You're pushing against the water to propel yourself forward. You're jumping off of the water.
What did you roll?
I'm going to teach people swimming and not Zach.
yeah.
I mean, if the math checks out.
That is a 21.
21, sure. As you swim beneath the hull of the ship, hang on. I need to. If I could play Mission Impossible music right now, that's what I would play. But I can't. So let me just find something that's appropriate. Suspense. There's a title called Evil's Approach, but you know what? We're not going to use that one. We're going to use Dance of Deceit, whatever that is. All right, hang on. Perfect. As you're swimming beneath, you see every barnacle that hasn't been cleaned. You see every piece of debris. There's like shards. This ship is not very well maintained. But you're able to swim beneath and pop up on the other side. And as your head bobs out and you grab on the hull that's, the ship's moving now, you can see the other window, and it's into the same room, and it's equally lit.
Oh my God, you son of a... You're a bad man. You're a bad man.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right.
That's the DM going, you know what? I'll give you advantage on it because I know it's pointless anyway.
It doesn't fucking matter anyway.
I know it doesn't matter what's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm not going to edit this ship on the fly. I can't do it. But yeah, there's the one hole, and it's got light pouring out of it. You can hear voices again coming out of there.
What? Can I peek up onto the deck and see what's happening there?
Yes, you can. Give me one more stealth check then. As you're peeking up above.
Can I? At this point, is it possible to I have a dagger on me. Can I just cut the bindings of my armor and make that go a little quicker?
You know what? At this point, I would say you could, and you discard it, but the armor will not be usable. Like if you ever to find this armor again, it's gone. Okay, perfect. Yeah, with this, you're able to snap the straps that hold it in. It takes about 2 minutes. At this point, you've been holding on for a while. Your arms are probably like pretty birdie. Just give me give me an athletics to see if you're able to hold on.
He's got sorcerer hit points.
21.
And the only thing that keeps him alive is the -3 damage every time he takes damage, and he only gets that when he's wearing armor.
Yeah, he's giving it up. He's giving it up.
Hang
easy
on,
come,
but
easy
he's
go,
definitely thought this through.
So
Definitely.
this amazing plan, as you swim up, you're covered in algae and yuck, and you're getting cold. You can feel the rain. You cut the straps, and you do so quietly. You're holding on. The armor falls, and it's lost in the sound of rain. And as you give me a stealth check to see if you can peek up the hull, what do you get?
I get a 7.
Natural 1. Okay. As
Oh my
you
God.
climb the side, the dice will. I'm going to start rolling the virtual dice because I roll better on them. As you climb up the side, the helmsman is there. You can see a number of guards. There are a couple of hammocks, and with Lord Gerber off the deck, you can see that 2 of the guards have gone to the hammocks and are lying down, very quickly, sort of, relaxing. They know that it's going to be a bit of a trip to get to Kalaman, so they might as well use the time that they have to rest. And they're lying down. They have no idea that you're there. Up above, you see that there is one of his guardsmen with a longbow sitting in the crow's nest, looking just absolutely bored, looking around, scanning the horizon. There's one at the front of the ship, just looking out, sort of I'm the king of the world kind of vibe. And then that's it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guards on the ship that you can see.
Okay.
Some dope tail spy, by the way.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
Thank you. No, thank you. I work really hard on it. Okay, so the guy that's at the tiller, at the wheel, the ship's wheel,
Mm-hmm.
he's the only one on the stern of the ship, right?
Yes, he's the only one that's near the back, correct.
Okay. I would like to drop concentration on jump
Gone.
and cast shape water to create the effect of like water pooling, and then kind of like almost like it's some kind of like amorphous creature, like just like pool the water, and then it just kind of like shifts from around his feet off the opposite side of the ship.
So you want it to go from him to the starboard side to the right side, like a thing that's
Yeah.
moving?
Opposite side to me. I want to distract him.
Yeah, I got
his
it. Okay.
Gaze away from me.
Let me see if he falls for it. Natural 20. Okay. He spots the water that's starting to form, and hang on, let me just see if your spell has a verbal component to it. Somatic only. Okay. He doesn't hear you because you don't need to speak. And as you cast the spell, he immediately spots this bubble of water that starts to move. And he will follow it while looking around. And you hear him, because he's trained and he's not an idiot, he doesn't immediately forget everything about being a guard. He'll whistle up to the guard on the crow's nest, who then kind of looks around and is keeping track. You can see that the guard up above in the crow's nest is now keeping tabs on the helmsman, who leaves to go to the other side.
Okay, that didn't work so well. So he's looking. So the guy on the crow's nest is looking at the ship.
He's looking down at the helmsman, who is now looking over the side of the ship, looking for this thing of water. What do you do with it? The water, the thing that you've made.
I kind of like just drift it off the edge of the ship and slide it down.
Okay, you see as he. How long do you wait?
How long do I wait?
Yeah, on the side. Well, you can see the guy. You kind of lose sight of him, but he's on
wait
the other
until
side.
the dude on the crow's nest. I mean, if he's looking, I can't do anything. So
That's fair. So he's about a minute goes by. You see the guy. Give me a perception check, please.
I feel
famously
like
good at
Rackham is
perception
toying
checks.
with you, Zach, for your
I
decisions.
know.
Listen, they're
No.
paid, they're trained. 9. I rolled a 6. You see that eventually the lookout kind of is like, there's nothing going on. He veers his attention. You probably have 30 seconds before there's a disconnect between the helmsman and the lookout, where nobody's watching the stern. The helmsman is still looking over the side, and he's kind of grumbling, I know I saw something. The lookout is like, whatever, man. And he's starting to look again towards Vogler, to the starboard towards Vogler, to see the burning and he's kind of fascinated by what he's watching. You have probably 30 seconds to, maybe less, to do whatever it is that you want to do on the stern of the ship.
Okay. I'm going to leap aboard. I am going to grab the wheel and just huck it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there already a hatch to go below decks? What is the below decks situation?
Okay, so you jump and you want to turn it right or turn it left?
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Turn it
so
right.
you're right by the, like, in this part of the river, the Vanguard River is pretty narrow before it sort of widens out into a much bigger area where ships can go through. This ship is way too big for this place. And everybody told Lord Gerber, this isn't for this side of the river. And like, I don't care, I'm the Lord, I do what I want. As you get aboard the ship, I need you to make a stealth check, please. Final stealth check to see if you're hurt as you jump aboard the ship.
That is an 18.
Nice.
We can cut away as well. I don't want to.
No, it's fine. Well, I want to know if it's going to involve your
Think about
siblings.
it,
I think
yeah.
we all want to know if, this is going to blow up in our face. I'm sure it's going to be fine. You get aboard, you do not spot it. You grab the wheel, and as you turn it, the ship lurches immediately. You hear the helmsman who's right beside you lose his balance. They all do, because they're not expecting this. I need to make a dex save for the lookout above. He's fine. He holds on fine, and as you look towards the deck, you can see that there is a trap door that leads down below. You can see the stairs going down. There's no... that's essentially what functions as like the captain's quarters here. It's sort of in the middle of the deck. There's no crew quarters. The entirety of the main floor, because it's Lord Gerber, that makes sense, has been taken over by his chambers, essentially. So you're like...
The entire of that there is... Okay.
So you're like 15 feet away from the trapdoors that go down.
Okay.
The helmsman, you have seconds as the ship slams on the side. You can hear the something breaking on the side. As it, it's not great. What do you do?
I'm gonna go to the hatch. And
so the hatch is down
climb.
where there are two guards down there that were on the hammock, and there's the guy in the front. You're about to get in a mix of.
Okay. Instead, I'm gonna leap from where you can see me there.
Yeah.
Up. Can I leap? I can. What's the distance to the mast?
So to.
Did that guy fall into the water?
I don't know yet. Hang on. The one above didn't, and this guy didn't either. With a 17 plus 19,
okay.
No, he's holding on. He's just like, you can hear he slams the railing of the ship, and you can hear, that's 10 feet above you.
Okay, I'm gonna run. Jesus Christ. Would I get advantage if I punch that dude in the back?
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't know that you're there. You're an unseen attacker. 100% you have advantage on an attack on him if you want to. You could even try to upend him off the side of the ship if you wanted to.
Yeah. So I hit with a 19 with my punch. Any bludgeoning damage I do, I can automatically push someone 5 feet.
Okay, you hear the Wilhelm scream echoes, ah! As he falls over the side. You hear the splash of water, and immediately, with that scream that he makes, every other guard on the ship is aware that you're here.
Well, did he scream, or was
he
it
did.
like raining and stuff?
What? So at this point, as you shove him over the side of the ship, he absolutely 100% screams. And with this,
I thought it was gonna be like, when they push people off the edge in like Star Wars and stuff, and they just go whoop. You know how that happens.
You know what? There's a. I won't deny it because I love it. There's a 15% chance that happens. Let's just be roll it. Roll. I'll roll the.
There's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance. I'll roll the percentile
Like
die.
a 1 in 7 chance.
If I roll,
You miss 100% of the chance.
if I roll an 85 or better, Zach, he doesn't make a noise.
Could I do something? Could I do some shenaniganery?
I feel like you've done a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, that's true.
This is like quintessential shenanigery. I think that's like being boiled down to shenanigans.
Now it's time to start the shenanigans.
I feel like
49.
Rackham is desperately trying to make you pay for your concert.
I'm not. I'm trying. I'm on his
I will
side.
never.
I'm trying. This plan is amazing. As you shove him, not only does he shout, he shouts the loudest he's ever shouted in his life. as
Okay,
he
well.
is pushed over the side of the ship. Well, I just got pushed on the side of the ship. It's a really small fall though, so it's more like, I got put.
Yeah,
All right, at that
yeah,
point,
you know.
And then
Zach?
he didn't get it all out, so they don't know what he was saying.
That's right. I'm gonna ask
got-
you.
Hey, I
I
got.
got potatoes, is what he was. I got potatoes for lunch. Is what
You
he was
don't. I'm gonna
they
ask
don't.
you at that
I
point to
got
roll
po-
initiative, but we're gonna
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
to
yeah,
the
that makes
siblings on
sense.
the other side. At this point, we've done as much as we can outside of initiative.
One would probably
So it's back
notice Goose
Yeah, is it back
at
to
this
us?
point.
Hang on. I need to rename all these, but guard.
Can we definitely see the other boat and where Goose is?
You guys are. I'm gonna show you where
Cool.
you guys are. I'm gonna show you where you
Yeah.
guys are in a second. Your brother really is goosing
I
it
had
up
such
right now.
plans. I had such plans.
I want your plans to work. I'm rooting for you, but also,
We
Okay.
all have plans in life, Zach. But,
you know, they never
you guys
survive contact with the enemy. It's the
from
thing.
the front of the ship to where the ship that you're at is 330 feet away. You're pretty far, and the reason is the smaller ship that you guys got on is much lighter. It's a fishing vessel. It's made for these waters. It is sailing pretty quickly, or comparatively, while the other one is still sort of picking up steam, quote unquote. They haven't unfurled the sails. They just raised anchor. You can see it moving. It's a little bit far, and we're going to rewind time just a smidge as the four of you are there. Well, the three of you plus a wolf, and this poor bard who's sitting in the ship, scared out of her mind of Ollie's wolven form. What are you doing? Other
I think-
Hartman.
if it's the time that we just kind of we're riding off that high of getting to the ship and it taking off, I think Juniper would have just embraced, Ollie in wolf form, look back to the twins, and I think there's like a hesitation there because of their relationship, but then she will kind of go in for a hug as well, whether or not the twins let that happen.
Yeah, Lyndon doesn't pull away from that. Lyndon's in a bit of shock. Definitely just kind of like takes the hug and instinctively sort of pat on the back, sort of.
Unexpectedly, Corey hugs you full force.
I'm so glad that you all made it out. Obviously, the cannon worked. I knew it would, but
Ollie gives everyone wolf kisses. Just everyone gets licked.
Ugh.
oh my goodness, I don't know
Ollie.
if it's just your wolf form, but you might need to brush those.
Goose gave some sort of vague hand gesture and dived into the water. Does anyone know where he went?
Where he's not on this ship.
I broke Rackham!
Yeah, he gave a vague
Where-
hand gesture and left. Yeah.
When did anyone see Goose last?
Just before the boat moved. I thought he was...
He jumped off the pier. He jumped off the pier and into the water, and he had one of his like harebrained scheme things. He had that look in his eye of like, this is all.
Is
going
that
to
what
work
he
out.
said?
No, he
No,
didn't say
again, I
anything,
repeat,
just
he
had
gave
his-
us a vague hand gesture and dove into the water.
I'll connect with
Is
Junie
this in
with my...
character for Juniper? Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh, I was going to say Ollie will connect with Junie. I'm pretty sure that Ollie saw it because Ollie was like neck and neck in the battle with Goose.
You saw
Yeah,
him
you
go
were right
to
beside me.
you saw him sort of go towards the dock. He
Yeah.
made what's the Goose? What there you go. That's it. Yeah. And then he just jumped in the water. Yeah, you saw
I
him
didn't see him go to the ship.
you saw him sort of generally jump in that direction.
Yeah.
But by the time you were dashing to get on the ship, he was still underwater. So you saw him jump in the direction of the Gerber ship for sure, but you didn't see him pop back out before you ran off to your family.
I saw him jump into the water and head towards the ship, though I don't know if he is on there.
Harebrained
Could be.
scheme. Well, he has to be at the Gerber ship. Kids, I don't think we... Look, I don't know if anyone looked back, but I think we're all each other has now.
His father
We can't leave Goose alone. Father stayed behind for us. I think we just have to be there for each other now. That's all we can think about. And Goose is probably going to get himself killed now if we don't act. Is there any way we can steer this ship? Make it speed up? Catch up to the Gerber ship?
It's a fishing vessel. It has the Gerber
is
ship is
mighty.
behind you. It's like 300 feet behind you.
Okay.
So you could try to stop the ship. I guess there are oars on this thing. It's not meant to be like a speed vessel. It's just meant to park itself on the water, fish, and then go back to town. So I don't know if any of you, the bard will speak up. I'm like, my father was a fisherman. Are you talking to that wolf?
Yes.
Is it going to?
That's what we say.
Is it going to eat me if I help with the ship?
Ollie growls.
No,
Bear's fangs.
Why would it eat you if you helped with the ship?
I don't know.
It's not a wolf. It's a person who looks like a wolf.
Are you to say that you would help us, if not for the threat of this wolf?
I'm scared of dogs, and this is like a really big.
It's not a dog.
But you
it's
said
a
you could help
person-
us with the ship.
Yeah. Yes. I heard you say you wanted to turn it around. I can sort of stop and go. There's some things you can do, but it's not going to
Then
go
you
really
should
fast.
do it before the wolf gets angry.
I
And I
bark a
kind
little
of
bit.
like motion to
Oh my god.
Ollie.
It's not a. This is, Junie. We don't. Terror.
She's scared. She's like,
we need
okay,
to get to Goose.
I can. You can hear she's slowly getting up, putting her loot down, and she will skirt around as best she can. That's very tight in here, but she uses the rudder, and she knows how to navigate to sort of turn it around. It'll slow down the ship, but she can't go against current unless she'll point to the oars. Like, if you want to row, then we can start making some headway back. Otherwise, the best I can do is sort of keep us locked in place. And if we want to go back this way, it's going to require a bit of muscle. I can't do that.
I'm happy to help. We need to stay steady with the other ship.
Okay. Who's looking for Goose, if anyone?
I'm definitely looking for where Goose is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Make
Ollie
sure
would
he's
be-
not
We all, like, shooting looks over in that
keel-hauled
direction.
himself.
All right, then
Yeah,
all of you
totally.
can give me perception checks at this point as she slowly turns the ship with disadvantage. It's far. It is far. It is raining and it is dark.
I don't think Corey's looking.
Okay.
With disadvantage? That
Yes,
is
with
not good.
Well, he rolled. This is the moment, roughly, when his stealth was a 7. I think he rolled off the side of the ship at one moment. It was pretty bad. So, what did you
I
guys
rolled a
get?
7.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 7.
I got a
with the +5
15.
modifier.
All right,
Nice.
Lyndon, you're the first one to spot him. You see your brother at that moment, who's climbing off the port side of the ship. You watch as the ship in the distance suddenly veers against the cliffside or the shore. Poof, you see something fall head over tea kettle off the side, and that's when you really see your brother, like having it's only him. You see him on the running across and shoving somebody over, and the ship has sort of slammed into the coast.
I say to Corey, who's Alain? And then I point him out. And then
Oh.
to the others. I see him, he's over there.
You guys see the enormous ship, or the relatively, comparatively big ship of Lord Gerber in the distance. Poof, slam.
The large ship.
Yeah,
On
and
the side, you see the second porthole, the boat window. He's just that part that's sticking off the side. That's him.
Why? Just
Okay, perfect timing to then go back to Goose at that moment as you've just shot that guy over. What did you roll for initiative, please?
I rolled a 12.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for the guards. This guy at the front. All right, he's faster than you. Faster than you. Faster than you. All 4 guards that are on top are faster than you. So
They're not 3. I remember there being 3.
no, there's 3 on the dock and the lookout up above. So, the first guard will slowly get out of his hammock and will look across.
Yeah.
He will look. He looked to his other buddy on the hammock. You see, as he hefts a big club.
Now, to be pedantic here, have you ever gotten out of a hammock? It takes more than 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's
Those things
that's
are
a full
those
round
things are
action,
difficult.
I would
Those
say.
things are difficult to get.
You guys are
And if
literally
you're
just
doing
one
it in
step
a
ahead of me.
rush-
As he gets up, he's like sort of squirming. He gets his club, he puts it, and his shorter friend, he'll be like, "We've got company." And both of them stand up, and that's all they can do for their turn. The guy in the front, though, will track you. He sees you. You're at partial cover. They don't ask questions. That's not their job. He's going to try to shoot you, Goose, with his bow and arrow. What is your armor class without your...
Good thing you're wearing armor. Oh wait.
Oh, wait.
What's your AC right now?
That is 10. Well, 11.
Okay, well, he rolls a
There you go.
19.
Okay. It's
Well,
pretty
might not
close.
hit.
Almost made it.
You
Maybe-
take 8
maybe
points
he
of
was-
damage,
maybe
please.
He was a warning shot.
Oh, no.
Think
No.
about that.
As you stand there, you look over the job that you've done of tossing the guy off the side of the ship. You feel the arrow plant itself in your shoulder halfway through. That hurts, and you've taken 8 points of damage.
Take 7 points of damage as
I'm
I use my
sorry.
reaction to parry.
Excellent. You take 7 points of damage. The lookout above does not have a good view of you because you're actually in the spot on the ship that it can't see past the sail.
Let's
So
go.
it's going to hold its action, and Goose, it's your turn.
Is there any alarm by the fact that I've run us into rocks? Surely there's like some
Yes.
damage.
There is some damage, not enough to start like pouring water in, but you can hear commotion in the cabin below. You can hear the voice of Lord Gerber. They're trying to kill me. They want my money. Cassandra, not only are you you're useless, get up there and see what it's all about. The guards right now, they're looking, but they saw you and they're now dealing with you.
Okay, and the entrance to the below decks, where's that?
That's right there. It's 15 feet away from you.
It's that hatch, right?
Yeah, and Cassandra's. You just heard Lord Gerber asking her to come out. There's also the side windows, but those are the only 2 that you see.
Okay.
I need you.
I'm-
You know what? Make an intelligence check for me, really quick.
Okay, it's also not Goose's
On to.
strength.
This is going well.
Yeah.
That's
This
a
really
3.
just feels
3?
like
It's a
a
3.
big
Good.
burn on
Those of
that.
you in the ship that are looking at the Goose situation unfold, I will also invite you to make an intelligence check.
Yeah, great. Let's
Right,
try that.
I'll do that. Let's do it. Oh, it's not good though. It's not good.
No, neither.
Not
5.
very smart.
What did we get?
Did anyone do well?
I got a natto oneer.
Not a
For a
one.
total
Okay.
of 2.
Yep, that's fine. Junie, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
Lyndon?
Is this perception?
No, intelligence.
Oh, just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
That's going to be... And we haven't leveled up yet, right?
No, not yet.
Pre-level up, so this is going to be a 16 for straight intelligence.
Nice. Lyndon, the ship that Lord Gerber is in is moving pretty slowly for a ship of its size. It occurs to you 2 things. One, Lord Gerber is incredibly selfish and greedy. You know this. And for it to be moving slowly, it must be laden with cargo. Wherever that cargo may or may not be, you don't know, but certainly it's not on the deck. And you might have spotted during the fight, maybe if you revisit the memories that you have, that the guards were loading the ship with stuff. You don't see it on the top, and it's probably got a lot of money on it, presumably, or other things. He's not going to leave his money behind. So the ship is going to catch up to you guys, but it's going to take a little bit of time because it's so heavily loaded. All right, Goose.
So
back.
it's going to catch up to us.
Yeah, because you guys are in front of it and you've stopped
we're
the
actually
ship.
going. So we're going ahead of it, and it is catching up, but slower.
Yes.
Okay, I will relay that. The waterline on that hull is significantly higher than it should be of a vessel of that size. It's obviously laden down with something. It's moving, which means it will move relatively slowly. Yada yada yada. It'll be here shortly, but it'll take longer than we thought.
And especially because it's slammed on the side of, the shoreline, that's also going to slow down a little bit. Sorry,
He's
back.
probably
Connect
packed
with-
all of his gold. with
No,
him.
no.
Oh yeah.
I mean, steel.
Same. Yeah. Sorry,
No,
Jade, what were we
connect.
saying?
Oh, I was going to connect with Junie, and I'll say, that means that he left people behind for riches.
Of course he did. That's what they do. But also, most importantly, we have to make sure our brother doesn't get himself killed.
Good luck with that.
Goose, back to your turn. What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. I am going. Can I do a swashbuckle?
Yes. I don't know what that means, but yes.
As an action.
Can I buckle some swashes on my turn?
Can I buckle some swatches? Can I? I would like to, ideally, see that rope that's right near me?
Yes.
I would like to grab that and swing around and then smash through the porthole. Failing that, can I do one of those things where they cut the rope and then they fly up into the top deck, the top sails? A swashbuckle.
Which of
Roll
the
an
two?
intelligence check and cut the wrong side of the rope.
You could.
Whee! Slap.
You can try either.
It just jumps off the side of the ship and cuts the rope.
Gets yeeted by the tension of the rope. Woof. Where you decide which you could try either, but you can't try both. So which one do you want to go for?
Try both. I would like to try the going below decks thing.
Okay, so you want to go off the side and sort of like Mission Impossible style, kind of get into
the lower decks.
All right. Do you have a dagger or something on you? You do, right? Yeah, you do.
I have a
'Cause
dagger.
you cut your armor. Perfect.
Importantly,
Yeah.
right beforehand, he's going to drag the dagger across his skin so that it is bloodied,
Okay.
and then he's going to cut the rope to do his shenanigans, and then he's going to sheath the dagger so that it is bloody in the sheath.
Well, if the mouse won't come after me, but for a second you hear pa-da-dum-pum, 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 pa-da-dum. All right, as you run to the rope, you grab it, bloody dagger in hand, so that you lose 1 hit point. You cut yourself.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. As you draw blood on your own arm,
I swear to God, Zach, if you get down to what would have been 1 hit point.
All right, so this is going to be, what is this? This is an acrobatic, so there's nothing, this is the most acrobatic thing you've ever done in your life. As you cut the rope, you grab onto it, and you hope against all hope that you've calculated this correctly. Go ahead and give me,
calculate.
I'm going to give you the DC before you roll, okay? So,
Okay.
so I'm not
Alright, give me the
changing
DC.
it. This is not the easiest thing to do in the world. You're trying to swing around in rain and a slick rope in the dark of night into, all right, perfect. We'll call this DC 15. Acrobatics.
Nice. Yeah.
What's the worst that could go wrong?
Natto 10.
Can I use?
Oh no!
Have I got any shenanigans left?
What?
He hasn't rolled it. Have you rolled?
You haven't rolled.
I haven't
Yeah,
rolled.
yeah.
I haven't
Okay.
rolled.
You haven't rolled. Okay. All right.
Why?
That was a
What?
precursor to you telling us the result.
I was gonna say.
Chat, we need
Could I
your
use my-
energy. We need your energy, chat.
Is this my action? This is my action to do.
This is your
right?
absolute. This is absolutely your action. Yes,
Okay,
you've
okay,
run up.
okay,
You've cut
okay.
yourself. You're grabbing the rope. You're cutting it. You're swinging down.
That is a 17.
Hey.
With this, those of you watching and those of you not watching, you see there's for a moment just the flash of lightning as Captain Jack Sparrow appears out of nowhere, and we didn't even know who was in this adventure, you guys. You jump,
Kill
you
him.
catch the rope, you cut it, and with this, the momentum that it pulls you, The guy up above suddenly sees you lurching on the side, was holding his action. As you swing wide, he's going to take a shot at you at disadvantage because the speed at which you whip by, he was holding his action.
Oh,
Let's see if he hits you. Yeah, I didn't forget about him. He rolls, or she rolls, right? A 12, that'll hit.
That will hit.
You suffer 4 points of damage.
You know, not a hater, that guy should get a pay raise. That's impressive.
As you swing around, the arrow finds true, but you do not let go of the rope as you fly through the window, the ship window, as we've now lovingly call it. Mm-hmm. And as you find yourself within the chambers of one Lord Gerber, you can see the stairs, and as you come in, he's literally by the window. Make a dexterity saving throw, and he will do the same.
Okay.
All right, he does pretty okay.
I do pretty okay. I got to 17.
Okay, as you fly and you come in with your legs like sort of swinging down.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He basically in the nick of time, he kind of gets out of the way. As you swing into the room, you see Cassandra halfway up the stairs. You see a fairly, spot. I mean, it's still a nice area, but there's a bed, there's a desk, there's a lamp. He's taken the entirety of that level of the ship. And as he stands there you are as well. And Cassandra looks at you, and Lord Gerber lets out, "Murderer!" All right, what do you do with you have a bonus action left, I'd say, and that's it.
I think that does it for this old turn,
Okay. All right.
The way it goes.
Excellent, love it. Back to you guys on the other side, I guess. We're gonna cut back. Are you doing anything? You see this, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just you cut back to this.
Yeah.
Still just standing on the ship like
You saw him for a second. You see the arrow, and you swear you almost hear Tarzan scream, "Oh!" as he just kind of disappears, and that's it. That he's gone out of sight.
Surely we have to go over there, or one of us.
Okay, while you guys are debating what to do next, there's not much you can do, I guess.
This is gonna be a fun episode.
Perfect.
I love it.
Goose.
Please.
You're
There's
down.
nothing we can do. We're still so far away.
I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. You're watching
what is the distance approximately? Are we talking
You're about
thousands of feet, hundreds of
No,
feet?
you're now 300. You were 330 feet away. The ship is still kind of grinding along, but it's about 300 feet away now.
See, I thought they were like close because we took off from about the same position, right?
Yeah, but their ship, like I said, is much faster. It's made for these waters.
Yeah.
This thing is heavy.
We started making headway, and then you crunched to a halt, and we had to stop.
And then you kind of slammed the ship into the beach, that's there, so it's not moving a lot.
I did do that.
You did do that.
Forgot about that bit.
Cassandra immediately grabs the trap door, and you can see from the corner of your eye, as she pretends that she cannot open it. You get one round before the guards break down here, and she looks panicked. Father, this is like porn level acting. Oh no, the trapdoor is stuck. I can't do anything. It's you and Lord Gerber who stands in front of you. You can see he's bejeweled, he's bedazzled in his finery, and he goes to reach. He has a cane. He has a cane, and you can see that he's grabbed it as if he's got a hidden blade inside of there because he's old and he thinks that's cool. But it is your turn before he gets to go.
My turn?
Yeah, he's surprised.
Again?
You completely caught him off guard. Absolutely.
My turn. I hadn't thought this far ahead.
Cassandra reacts by locking the place down or holding it. You can see that she's trying to quote unquote open it. You can hear the commotion upstairs of the guards trying to get in. They cannot. It's on you. What do you want to do?
Okay. Goose is going to pull the dagger out. And is going to make an attack roll.
Against whom?
Against Mr. Gerber.
Okay. Go ahead.
That is a 18 to hit.
It absolutely hits. As you go to strike him, you feel this almost pushback, but nothing really happens. You just feel like this weird tension of like almost force, like almost a sonic shockwave kind of thing, but it doesn't do. You pierce the robes that he's wearing. The fine silks are thicker than they appear to be, providing some amount of cover. Whatever he's wearing, again, magical stuff, expensive things, but your dagger with an 18 pushes through his reinforced silken robes, and you plunge it through his chest. Roll damage, please.
Damage, honestly, I'll roll it. Let's roll it. Oh, that's pretty good. That's 8 points of damage.
With his total of 5 hit points, you watch as Lord Gerber, the commoner, he's just wields his wealth as he does. Suddenly, the air. Where'd you pierce him? Where'd you stab him?
I stabbed him across the arm.
Okay, it's enough.
In the approach, I wanted to pull out my dagger and make sure he saw that it had like red on it first.
Perfect.
And I approach and I hit him with it.
You stab him right in the artery, right in the like. Sort of you miss maybe mistime, but like
through the bicep.
Perfect. And you watch as he immediately falls before what you've been warned about, a burst of fire and flame from his necklace as he hits the ground. Before he hits the ground, you hear or you see a scatter of fire around him as the death ward is activated and he is dropped to 1 hit point instead. He is on the ground and his amulet that was around his neck has left a deep burning scar across right where his neck and his collarbone is. He's not dead, he is down to 1 hit point.
Goose says the following.
Okay.
Looks down at him, the blade still raised, like, I want you to notice that I sliced you with Pauper's poison. Blood red, also called Pauper's blood. 2 things you'll notice. First, the incision may leave a little bit of numbness. Second symptom is that you'll shit yourself to death. Your daughter and I are the only ones that are going to hear your last words. I want to hear them. Make them count.
Make an intimidation check with advantage, please.
Thank you. What is his role on this?
What is his role?
Yeah.
You mean like his purpose, or do you mean like the actual role that I'm
like
gonna roll?
It's like a contested role, right?
Oh, it's just a set DC. For this, it's probably DC 10. He's dying, and you've just threatened him with like this imaginary poison.
Okay.
So it's a set DC. Yeah. It's not difficult.
Then I'm going to okay. That is a 19.
You watch as a little squeaky fart escapes from him because he's scared, and he just almost died. You hear, I'll give you anything you want. I'll give you steel. I'll give you titles. I'll give you anything. Heal me, daughter, Cassandra. I lied.
There is no antidote. There is no saving you. You die here and now.
You watch as he begins to reach for a pocket watch that's hanging on his belt. So that's
aces.
You've done your action. You've done your bonus action, intimidate. Are you doing anything with your movement?
Yeah.
You watch it.
I am leaping out the window.
Cassandra pretends to, as she sees you, she's like, okay. And as you jump, which window do you want to jump out? The one on the right or the one on the left? The one on the right is closer to the shore if you're trying to hit the land. The one on the left has more open water.
I want to hit the water.
Okay, so as you run across, you leap out, and as you do so, you hear a crackle of electricity as Lord Gerber uses his winding device to return 12 seconds back in time for himself. And the last thing that you see is him standing in the same spot, uninjured.
No. He wouldn't be standing in the same spot. I made sure to arrest the anchor. I made sure that the ship was still moving. He would be off the back of the ship.
12 seconds? Yeah, damn it.
He's on the well-to-do part of the ship is the captain's quarters. It is underneath the stern of the ship. It is at the back of the ship.
He is in the 12 seconds. It has moved. Has it moved? All right, let me see.
Ships move quick.
Can we get a
opposed
math
to, like,
check?
walking
A math check,
Goose
please.
tried to do the math. Goose
30
did
feet.
math.
Did it move? I did
Maybe.
say.
Goose calculated.
It did say that it went from 330 feet to 300 feet. That's 30 feet from edge to edge there.
It would still be moving.
It is. It is.
12 seconds is 3
And I said it. I said it out loud, and that's on me. With this, as he reappears 12 seconds ago for him, he is now
Rob's got the
dangling
book.
in the back, and
Speed.
you hear a
Speed of a vehicle. Let's see.
But does it have speed of like, you know, damaged vehicle against the side of a shoreline, right?
Sailing ship speed. I've worked this out previously. This is my own personal table that I designed that I created from my own table. They go at 2 miles per hour, which works out at 18 feet per round, which 12 seconds is 2 rounds. So that's 36 feet. You just measured it on Tailspire, 33 feet. So he measures 3 feet behind the boat.
So as he comes out, despite the slowdown, I said 30 feet, we're good. As he pops out, just behind the ship, you hear the of water as Lord Gerber falls behind the ship in the water, having used his winding device.
And I am leaping I'm already out of the window.
You're
and I'm
out of the
swimming
window.
towards his body.
And you
Well,
are, well, his body, him.
Him.
Cassandra is left behind, and you could see if this were a movie, it would cut to her running to the window, looking out like, what the hell just happened? The guards have no idea. The door finally opens to the middle deck of the ship, and you can hear Cassandra say, somebody came after, and she's hamming it up. Something happened to my father. He was devoured. He was just abducted. Look over there, and she's pointing in every direction all at once.
I don't have my wallet to pay you. Is there some other way that we can make an arrangement? That sort of acting she's doing.
Basically. All right, Goose.
How would you guys know?
All right.
Where'd you get all that acting from, huh?
With this,
I watch a lot of porn.
with this, you can hear the
Fair
sputtering and the coughing of Lord Gerber trying to swim. He's not really good at it, but as you the ship is slowly moving away, then you can see him all wet like a dog trying to doggy paddle to the shoreline. He's not crazy far away from it.
Dog, Ollie is going to give up a bark and then run towards the ship and then start swimming towards Goose, who's jumped out. I'll dash at 40 feet if my movement is a difficult terrain in water because I don't have a swim speed.
So that's gonna. You're probably better off jumping to the shoreline and then running along the shoreline if you want to go back.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so make an athletics to see if you can jump it's 20 feet.
Athletics.
The fishing boat rocks for a second.
It's a natto 1-0 for a
Nice.
total of...
And with this, the bard freaks out for a minute. The fisherman's daughter, as you jump, you slip, you fall in the water. It's fine. You can eventually make it to the edge, and you'll run if you dash. I guess that would put you, Jesus. It's going to be a bit of time, so that's 20, 40. That puts you 40 feet here. Okay. You're still some distance away, though, Dread. Ollie, you
That's
are...
fine. But I'm on my way.
You're on your way.
I'm gonna yell at the
Bowser.
the bard and say, we're gonna need rope and something that floats to drag them in.
We have a boat. It floats.
Rope. Where's your rope?
She looks around here, and she there's rope as on many ships. There's like loose rope. There's probably 35 feet or 40 feet of rope that she could just hand to you.
An empty barrel, an empty crate, something they can hold on to.
Wood. Anything. Shush, Bowser.
I'm gonna grab a small bucket barrel.
There's like a bucket of chum.
Contents.
There's a bucket of chum that's like, you could empty out and probably use as a flotation device.
Yeah,
Put
just
the
chuck
chum,
the bucket
don't
of
put the
chum
chum in the
over.
water.
I will throw it. I will throw the chum off the other side of the ship than the side that we're going towards.
Okay.
Hey, hold it steady. I'll tie it up. And we can use that to drag Goose in.
All right. As you guys are making preparations as best as you can, Goose, You
We're
have
trying over here.
you've swum around, and you can see Lord Gerber is near the shoreline, desperately spluttering, doggy paddling in that direction. He hasn't been spotted yet. Let me roll for the lookout to see if he's seen anything. But I think the lookout is pretty distracted by natural 2. Okay, the lookout's distracted by Cassandra's screams and does not spot Lord Gerber swimming as he's spotting. He doesn't have the energy to shout out right now. But you can see him. What do you want to do?
Goose swims towards him. Goose is a pretty good swimmer. Just like powers through the water towards him.
Okay. You're like within 5 feet of him. As you swim in that direction, you can see, and he grabs onto his side. Yeah.
Comes up behind him.
Perfect.
Grabs at him.
You're gonna make you want to
attack
grapple
roll.
him? Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm gonna make an attack roll. Yeah. Goose grabs him.
Well, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 22.
So you're trying to grapple him, or are you trying to punch him?
No, I'm trying to hit him.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's definitely a hit. Sure.
Which I assume will bring him down to unconsciousness.
You've rewound time, so he's back to his quote-unquote full hit points, which is 5.
Okay.
Unarmed
and the
strike
dagger.
is 1 plus your strength mod.
Yeah, that's 5.
Okay.
My unarmed attack is 5.
As you punch him, the magic is not rewound itself, and the pendant has been used. You watch as he falls. Are you trying to kill him, or are you trying to knock him unconscious?
So Goose, as he
if
swims
you're
up to him,
unconscious in water, that's not a good time.
as Goose walks up, like swims up to him, and you see him spluttering, grabs him, and he's like, all that money you have, you could have bought me off. You could have bought me off 10 times over. But you bought Finch, and you sold Finch, and you threatened my family. And Goose is going to snap his neck.
Okay. As you grab him, he's looking, and the last words you hear, please, I've got... And he sinks like a rock. Okay. How, as the body of Lord Gerber begins to sink beneath the river, another body, another nameless figure here in the waters that have claimed so many already, what do you propose to do? As the guards are looking around, you can not really see your family from here. You're in the water behind the ship. They're on the other side. They're pretty far away from you. It's raining and it's dark. What do you plan to do?
Now, Goose is not above corpse stealing, so he's gonna swim down and he's gonna make sure, like, waste no one nut, like he'll deliver a line, but he gotta eat.
You gotta get paid. You get stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Family
he's gonna
to
swim down.
feed.
He's gonna ensure that he cuts off the father's signet ring, so he has proof. He's gonna take the pocket watch and the necklace. Anything else look interesting?
Make an investigation.
underwater?
It's dark. There's silt that's
Yeah.
kicked up.
Those water-laden robes that were clearly magical wizard's robes.
I'm gonna sit down here for a minute, undress him.
And you're doing this whilst treading water?
No, he has to go.
Swimming down.
He's
Swimming
under,
down with him.
and he's just trying to grab the thing. So signet ring, you've got the necklace, and you've got his pocket watch.
Oh, 15.
That's all you have time to get. Like in that, it's dark. You're grabbing the things that you know were there. He may or may have not other things, but you can't find it all down there.
Yep.
Just the things that were on his
swimming
body.
as far, like I'm holding my breath, so I'm just swimming
Oh,
underwater,
you're okay.
and I'm just like, I'm staying underwater for as long as I can, essentially.
All right. So I need you for your siblings. Your brother Ollie is making his way towards you. This is a chaos, and I love it. As he's making his way to you, the ship, the Lord Gerber's ship. Sorry, forgot his name. It has come to a complete stop. You can see the anchor not far from where you are. In fact, Goose, be released as the ship stops, and Cassandra, to keep up appearances, stop the ship to give it a really good look around to see if they can find her father. You need, as you're trying to swim up, or are you trying to... Staying underwater here is a loser's bet because eventually you have to take breath. So,
Yeah.
do you want to swim up the river? Do you want to follow the... You can swim against the river, back to the village, or you can swim along the river with the currents.
I'm essentially wanting to get closer to my family.
Okay, so that's downriver. I need you to do... We're going to call this... what's your con modifier?
2.
Okay, so you can hold your breath for 2.5 minutes. You're pretty good there. I need you to make... We're going to call this 2 stealth checks as you're swimming below. And I'll give you advantage because it is dark and it is nighttime and it is raining. So we'll start with the first one. As you're swimming by...
14.
14? Let me do a perception on... The lookout is really the only one who has any chance of seeing you. So she fails. She does not spot you. As you swim by, you can see you're under the porthole, under the window, the ship window on the right side. And there's a head peeking out that definitely spots you. Cassandra sees you and you can hear her through the water muffled, "I don't see anything. There's nothing here." Make another...
I just do the eyes to like just this to her as I swim past.
Okay, and then give me another stealth check, please. As you're
Oh, to
making
be
turns.
freestyling and then
Oh, good that I had advantage on that. That is a 21.
7. No, with a 7. As you swim past about 40 feet away, at that point, more or less, your breath kind of... You're exhausted. This is pretty tiring. You just did some insane stuff. And on the shoreline, you can see the loping figure of a large wolf who's nearing you. You are...
I'm swimming towards the wolf.
Perfect. It doesn't take much. The commotion that's burst out on the ship, you can see that they've stopped behind the other fishermen, the other fishing boats. Nobody else cares. The drama that's happening on the ship, it's the last ship. It's the most expensive ship. And... nobody seems to give a crap except the people on that ship. And with this, as you come out, you can see Ollie. And Ollie, you see, popping out of the water because you're on the lookout for him. Goose breaks out of the water. What do you guys want to do?
I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I really hope that's you, Ollie, or else I'm gonna have a much worse day than I'm already having.
You're the last one, and I need to give a wolf kiss to. You get a wolf kiss. That's me.
Okay. Either that or you're a very friendly wolf. Can you please tow me back to wherever my family is, please?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I do that. Grab by the scruff or however I can, and I use my mighty wolf strength to swim back towards our ship.
You easily are able to grab your brother, and eventually, you see as you approach the bucket, the rope, there's like a whole contraption that's been set up for you to go. There's dirty, chummy water that's sort of spread around. You can see fish are nibbling and attacking it. There's nothing really dangerous, though. You know what? Just for the hell of it, Goose, make a dex save, please.
I hope I failed it.
Is it
as a
helpful
fish
by
bit
the
me.
fact that
I hope a
we have
fish
got
bites
the
you.
rope and
I really
stuff?
I really hope a fish bites you. I got bit by a fish.
What'd you roll?
15.
Okay, I rolled
deserves
an
some
18.
comeuppance.
There's a moment as you get dragged out. Ow! This hurts worse than anything that's happened as you're basically almost down butt naked out here. Something has mistaken your dinghy dongle for a worm, and there's a turtle dangling off that is like just attacked it. And as you get pulled out, yeah.
Nature,
Rude.
right?
Very rude.
Right, nature.
With this, you're aboard the ship with your family. You guys are...
That's pretty much how Slowbros evolved, by the way.
Yeah, true.
You are aboard the fishing vessel. You have with you... You guys can see that he's holding with him on his finger a new ring. He's got in his hand a necklace, and somewhere along his belt a pocket watch. You don't need me to tell you that you recognize those items.
I think I just like silently kind of like, it's a silent acknowledgement of you did it then to Goose.
Hey, I was quicker coming back this time than last time I ran away, so props there, no?
Goose,
Hey, we're not at that level. Where's Dad?
what was the last thing you saw?
Hang on, where's Dad?
He's not here. Did you kill him? Is Gerber dead?
Dad?
No, Gerber.
think-
Is he dead?
Oh, sorry.
Goose, just get a
Or
second.
did you just steal these
Get your
things?
breath.
No, he, yeah, I Gerber's dead. And I put the finger on the table.
Okay. Get up on your feet.
Bard woman
you
just
stand?
in the boat with us listening to
Yeah,
her.
yeah. She's like,
Yeah,
she's
cool.
not saying anything. It's like
Nice.
she's watching a Korean drama. She's like, oh my god, this is so exciting.
Somehow she's found snacks.
She's found popcorn. She's having popcorn. She's like, oh my god.
Also Korean
The,
snack.
the
and-
leftover chum that
yeah,
we didn't throw.
Yeah,
in.
she's looking like these chips said hot. They're not spicy at all. This is bullshit. But anyway, she's watching this.
Yeah. Juniper like puts an arm on Goose's shoulder. Can you stand up?
50-50 at this point. He slowly drags his sodden wet form to standing.
Is Cassandra
Okay, let's
dead?
get him. Let's get him on this bench. All right.
I'm fine.
Is Cassandra dead?
No. But, you know, one tick off the to-do list, you know?
Is his guards?
I got one.
One of them's dead.
For sure.
One of the guards.
Yeah. I mean,
How many did you see?
he was in heavy armor and he fell into a river.
Oh yeah, he's dead. What? How many did you see? How many were there?
One
In the
of
end, he
Crow's
saw
Nest.
5.
5.
Yeah.
One in the
They
crow's
saw-
nest.
they
Honestly,
saw
he's not
you?
paying him enough.
They saw
Sorry?
you. They saw you.
I mean, they saw someone.
They could identify you or no?
I doubt it.
Cassandra
I wasn't-
wanted her father dead. I'm sure she'll lie for Goose.
What?
Yeah. Cassandra
Sorry.
kind of
What?
hired us to murder.
She hired you?
Gerber.
She paid you to do that?
I mean, she's gonna
No,
pay,
she-
but it was less for her and more for my own sake, if I'm gonna be real. If we can get some
for a
money
start,
off
she's
her,
not going to pay.
well,
But she, just because he punched her in the pub.
Look, she got her own end. We got ours. I think we should put this whole thing to bed.
look, when we went into the manor, we haven't caught up. Man, it's been a hot second, right? Hey, by the way, Lyndon, the rooftop thing with the arrow, just inspired stuff.
You saw that?
Yeah,
I
that was
didn't think anyone
the
was seeing.
coolest thing
I was
ever
honestly
seen.
really, I was really disappointed that no one saw it because I was like, that is the coolest thing I'm probably ever going to do in my life, and
unbelievable.
I'm just glad that you
And
saw
she
it.
fell off the thing!
It is remarkable. You won't appreciate this because you don't know the spell, but it is remarkably difficult to target a moving object with that spell. I only just perfected it recently. Like honestly, look. And I'll use one of my remaining spell slots to cast a catapult on a random
Christ.
object on the boat. On the boat. I'm like, check this, and I'll throw a rock up, and I'll just catapult and just fling it off into the water.
Nice. You watch as the rock skips because it's incredibly fast, and in the distance you hear it.
I think as you like demonstrate the rock kind of hitting a moving object, Juniper just kind of like catches her breath and just kind of goes really quiet.
It's anyway. I'm glad that I was able to do it because I don't know if we would have survived much more of that Dragonelle thing that was flying around. It was the bad news. You asked about father. He stayed behind. Him and Sabian and he. They bought us time to get to the boats, and they fought with the messenger woman. Honestly, I doubt that they are alive. Sabian could survive, and I don't think Sabian would leave without father. So it's
I'm
really
gonna
down
connect
to who
with
outstubborned
Lyndon.
whom.
And I'm going to say,
Don't say that. He could survive. He's survived harder things.
I don't know that he has. This was an army, and he was alone.
I have faith in Father.
Ollie's talking to me, just so that the rest of the party don't think that I've just went silent all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Started
I'm
having
hoping to get like a network happening
network one,
eventually.
yeah. Eventually
Like,
keep
like
working
an,
on the
an
telepathy so
AOE
you can
telepathy, but it doesn't say that. It's just one person. So
We'll work on it.
Wizard tells
GM, let me know if that,
level
that,
up in
that new
downtime,
power
you can
unlocks.
just-
Yeah.
We'll get there. So I'm just
Ollie.
writing it down.
Yeah.
You could potentially not be a wolf right now. That might be helpful.
Why are you a wolf still?
I'm gonna say to Lyndon,
I don't feel safe.
He doesn't feel
I need to
safe.
protect you and the
He
others.
needs to protect us. We're on a fishing boat.
Ollie,
We were in a town.
Father bought us the time. I think we should all
You can-
be together now, face to face. You don't need to worry about protecting us right now.
Ollie will shift back.
Okay.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see
Wait.
you too, sister.
We almost all died.
Yes.
We can get this boat moving, by the way. I said to the bard. We only needed to stop to get him
She's
to
like,
catch
"Oh."
up with us.
Okay.
'Cause that other ship's getting closer. That ship hasn't
mean-
stopped.
I understand that we're interesting, and you might want to write a tale about us, but we should go.
Are you gonna eat that turtle?
We've all just ignored it. It's still hanging there.
Just had it on him the whole time,
Yeah.
just swinging in the breeze, talking about
I'm
how
not gonna
he's
lie,
murdered
I
a
thought
Gerber.
about it. I did think about it. Actually, can I do something in this moment? I'm gonna walk over to
right,
the
yeah,
turtle
yeah,
and just
yeah,
like
sorry.
squat down next to it, and I'm going to use my speech of the woods. And I'm going to say,
Please let go of my brother. This looks very uncomfortable. He does love his ding-a-ling so very much. If you could just unsnap. Please.
You hear the turtle say with its mouth full, I like worms. This is a good worm.
Oh, it's not a worm. It's my brother's mating organ thing appendage.
I think
Please
Goose
don't.
should take some
Ollie,
psychic
I'm
damage
sorry.
from this.
Ollie, I'm sorry. And then he's just gonna cut the turtle off of it.
Oh, you kid it? All right, the turtle is
"Does it
about
like
to.
go before there? Like, is there
And-
like an order of operations?"
As you, yeah, so you make a persuasion roll to the turtle. It's hungry and it found a worm and it doesn't know. What are you talking
Right.
about?
All right.
It's not a very filling worm, but it's a
Not
worm.
good. Persuasion. How persuasive am I? It is it's a 7. It's not good.
All right, Goose. I need you to make just a initiative roll to see if you're faster than how persuasive Ollie is.
60.
A 7.
All right, yeah. So as you try to talk, the scene is this boat lit by there's rain. There's a few torches that are casting light. This 6'5" giant of an Eladrin-looking dude is crouching in front of Goose's junk, talking to a turtle, and the neck comes off. The turtle hits the ground immediately. It convulses. Now, does it convulse by pinching down
Hey, now.
harder? It lets go, and the head
You're
of the
bad,
turtle.
man.
I know. I rolled a 19. It's fine. It lets go,
You had
and
to be, so you had to be butt naked for this operation of yours?
It was a tactical decision, of which I think went pretty well in hindsight.
I
But
mean, your
do
armor
You
was
get-
not cheap.
want. I mean, look, the armor was a piece of shit anyway. I was looking to change that out, regardless.
Bard, woman, what's your name?
I actually named her. What's her name again? Sorry.
I don't know
Oh,
what your name is. That's why I'm asking you.
Arethia. My name is Arethia. Sorry, I'm. The ship is ready to go.
Do you have
name is
any
Urethra.
spare clothes on board?
I mean, she's looking pretty appreciatively at Goose's physique, and her eyes seem to be locked on his butt.
Hey, eyes are up here, okay?
Yes, we have some basic smocks, I think. It's not my ship, but usually it'd be kept. And she points to like a locker that's on the other side.
I'll go
Don't
grab
get carried.
Goose
Don't get carried
something.
away, urethra. It's an inflammatory response. It's simply swelling due to the brute force
Stop
nature.
calling her urethra.
It's Aretha, and the only clothes that you find, it's like overalls. So you would look
That's
like a
fine.
farmer. These are like sort of overalls that you would have on.
Goose is gonna get a pair of overalls just literally like tossed at his face.
It's not my
might
aesthetic,
actually-
but fine.
Ollie's going
I
to
think
pick up
it-
the. Oh, go ahead.
Corey.
It might be a good idea to not use your regular aesthetic in case someone did see you.
Hey, that's why they gave you all the brains, huh?
And you should put on some clothes before any other turtles come past.
Yeah, I will. I'll put on the overalls.
Ollie's gonna mournfully pick up the turtle and its severed head. And just
As
hold
we
it and look at
fade
it
wipe
with a turtle,
to,
like a
us
tearful
cooking
expression,
Turtle soup.
and is going to look over towards Goose and say, "You're eating this turtle."
Yeah, that was the. I mean, how much of me do you think is in it?
I think
Do
you
you
have
take
everything
any-
I'd
right
say it
there,
must have
Goose.
gotten quite a lot of it, to be honest. There's not much left.
Hey,
It must have got the entire thing.
While Goose was naked, I need all of you who are there and staring at your brother to make a perception check, please.
you
Why
want to
would
get
you
low.
say it like
Yes.
that, Rackham? Yeah, please, can I roll low?
I rolled a natural 20 and I feel ashamed.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
I got a 22.
You gotta be kidding me! I got a
Did you roll a
19 and we have the
19?
same modifier, and I was like, ha! She's not gonna beat me on this one! The only way she can beat me on this one's if she gets a nat 20!
So you Bowser
and
did,
I was
and
like,
she not.
Amazing.
I also got a 19,
Sorry.
so I'm
Okay.
Yeah,
with him.
I got a 22.
All of you
Uh,
spot on Goose, on his back, the appearance of, and this would be the spot that you know when you're itchy and it's like that one spot between your shoulder blades that's a mother lover to get to? That spot right there. You can see along the spine a number of red scales have begun growing into the skin of Goose's back that he probably has not seen. Maybe you've been itchy a few times, Goose, who's to say, but you can see these sort of dragon scales, for the lack of a better term, starting to appear along the spine of Goose. And they're not like glued on, they are literally replacing the skin in that part.
You have scales on your back.
I'm gonna immediately grab him and just spin him around and just start doing some arcane study of it. As a transmutation specialist, I'm just seeing if his flesh is being transmuted to scale or stone or reptilian or
You
whatever.
can make a nature check if you want, or an arcana check. I'll let you guys decide.
Am I able to make a medicine check?
Sure.
what is everyone freaking out about?
You're
Goose,
scaling.
Stop.
The bard is sitting back down with her bucket of popcorn. Oh my god, is it? Oh my god, is it? What? I didn't see that coming.
I got a 22 for a medicine check.
Nice.
I got a
There are
16
growths on your back.
I got a 16 on arcana.
Get anybody else rolled?
They're called lats.
I rolled a 22 on Arcana.
Okay, good. Rob, you could just stop rolling. I think it's just
You
going to
don't
save
need to roll,
everybody
Rob.
its time. Just
I'll take the
Just don't
help
worry
action
about
for
it.
AJ every from now on. And it just gives AJ advantage.
I'll do a nature check.
Yeah, go for
You
it.
got you did the boulder and all the
14.
math, okay? Just
14. Okay. Dr. House shows up. This is lupus. Okay, so this is and undoubtedly, Corey, this is tied to the ring that your brother has stolen. 100%. This is why he can understand Draconic. This is why it seems he's displaying some amount of magic ability where your brother was, maybe not the most magical person, but not in that. He's a magical, wonderful person, but not magical in like the arcane kind of ways. And with a 22, you know that magic, and this is something that you would have studied at school, this is something that you would have seen in the example of Ollie, that magic can spontaneously appear, but usually it's tied to bloodlines. Occasionally there is some element of bloodlines, but typically there's either infernal, demonic, bloodline history, tieflings that you know about. But often it is tied to the blood of dragons. And with the resurgence of whatever the Queen of Darkness that's being touted to Kisis, with draconians appearing, with literally the appearance of a pseudo-dragon or a full dragon in the Dragonelle, there's a lot going on here. You know that he took this from the Gerber's mansion. He starts understanding Draconic. There is definitely a connection that's starting to form in your mind. And for you, Junie, you rolled a 22 medicine check?
2. Yeah.
Perfect. These are definitely red dragon scales. You did see the enormous creature that was flying above town, and it looks very similar to that. It doesn't look anything like the scales that you found on the draconians' bodies that you fought. This looks much more like actual proper dragons, not, dragonkin or dragon adjacent, but dragon scales.
And since it's a medicine check, does it look like
It is.
like it's emerging out of the skin? Does it look like it's spreading?
It
Are
is
there other patches
definitely.
that look like they might also grow scales.
It's discoloration. It's a complete conversion. It's not transmutation, but it is as if his skin is now growing scales in that point. It's probably not a painful process. It looks a little bit weird, but yes, you can see the tendrils of the scales, like a blight or a fungus, if you want, for an image that is slowly starting to spread, and it is not. You can see it's definitely growing, or it looks like it's going to be growing over time. You can see where probably presumably started, but it is spreading.
Ollie is going to reach out instinctively, eyes glowing green and mist rolling off their form, and is going to cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Cool. On Goose?
Yep.
All right. How much do you
want in scales? Let's see. Oh boy, 10.
10. All right. You heal him for 10 hit points. Nothing happens to the scales.
I just as you're reaching out to heal him, Lyndon turns to Corey and says, Adam Linez, and then you heal, and I'm sort of taken back by this magical healing that you're doing, and I say, Ad fell. And then I'm picking at the scales.
What is it?
No secret twin language when it's about the scales. Apparently they're on my back. What are you saying? What's going on?
I said you probably going to die. It's terminal. It's definitely spreading at a rate that I can't stop, and we're gonna have to cut it off, which means that you're probably
Can I
gonna...
clip Lyndon on the ears?
Yeah.
Stop that. Whatever it is, it doesn't look like it's obviously not causing you any pain. Can you? If I'm gonna be touching some of the scales. Can you feel that?
You can feel
it.
Yeah.
Okay. It just looks like it's a natural growth on your back.
I mean, nothing but W's for me. It got a sweet eye patch, got some cool scales, huh? Revenge killing, also.
Looks like it might be spreading.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand on the opposite side of him, his blind side, and I'm going to slap him in the face. And I'm going to it's a shame you couldn't see peripherally from that side. Sounds like a W to me, doesn't it? What?
Is that necessary?
Stop hitting me!
It's the ring. It's the ring that you can't take off your hand. It's the same thing that's allowing you to cast magic and understand dragons. It's red dragon scales, and it comes from dragon bloodline.
I mean, we don't want to jump to conclusions.
Okay, sure. We just ignore it.
Thank you.
Everything else.
No, Kari, I'm sorry. Thank you.
If you hear horse hooves, it's more likely a horse than a centaur, as the saying goes.
I'm going to trust.
Can you take the ring off? Sorry.
I'm just gonna search Goose's expression, and as I do, you're gonna see my jaw clench, and as I concentrate, Ollie's going to cast Detect Thoughts at just the surface level, just to see if Goose is just playing it cool, or if Goose actually has really doesn't mind.
It's just like the sound of an
as an
interaction.
interaction.
It's just like
it's complete
zen.
Inside, it's actual just zen.
It's just when you turn when the TV it's just like static. That's yeah. Then
I'll whip that across to the bard as well.
So what is he?
That's okay. I'll whip it across to the bard as well.
What does he see?
Conditioner.
Sure. What does he see when he touches or reaches for your thoughts, Zach?
So Goose is kind of dumb, but he's just like, hey, scales, yeah, scales, fine, fine. I can be scales. I can have scales. Scales is fine. It's cool. Down my back, that's cool. That's fine. I can be fine with it. Down my back.
Sounds
cool.
chill.
It's kind of like a really cool tattoo.
Can I do an insight check on that to see whether or not this is Zach I'm asking? Can I do can I
Lying
insight your
to himself.
character? Are you actually cool
Lying to
or
himself.
yeah?
Yeah. Can you
Yeah, right.
insight check his inner monologue?
No, it's
I love it. No, it's so good.
how are you
got-
actually feeling? It's
Zach,
only a
I got a
9.
nine.
Here, here, Zach.
On my deception.
Goose,
Thank you.
Goose, this is
You
what
know,
I.
yeah, I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
Goose, this is yeah. Actually, I do this in my games quite a bit. I need you to roll. So you rolled deception. You rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Make an insight check, please.
Oh yeah, this is why Goose has a negative insight because he's really good.
Good at lying to
Ooh.
himself.
Lying to
close.
himself.
That was close, but it was a 16 on the inside.
Yeah, you are very good at lying, not just at other people, but to yourself
Wow,
as
that's
well.
good. I'm gonna have to steal
That's
this.
amazing.
This is a good idea. Make both a deception and insight check for me and see if you can convince yourself.
And you do.
Yeah.
As you
Can you
flip
still
the
not-
detect
sorry.
dots to the bard, it's okay. She's like, okay, this one's name is Lyndon. That one there is, the hot one's name is Corey, I think they said. I don't know. And then she's sort of, she's writing things down, or she's trying to take notes. She's like, okay, so what rhymes with Lyndon? Blinden, Flinden. That doesn't rhyme. That's a
Goose is
stupid
gonna
name.
walk over, grab her notes, and just throw them on the floor.
She's okay, and you're like,
So
"What?"
this is just detect thoughts, though, right? You don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that unless
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just
You don't
don't like people writing around you.
True, true,
she's just
Yeah.
sort
No,
of
he's
like,
just
You don't
being
like
an
people
asshole.
writing around you.
she,
Like,
How dare you interrupt yourself
she's-
around me?
How dare you? Shane?
she's
Live your
not
life!
she's not writing anything down. She's taking mental notes.
Oh, okay.
of
I don't want
the-
her
there
writing
you go.
down my
That's so
murder.
up her face.
But
Yeah.
and so she's like, okay, this one, but she seems to linger a lot on your sister, Ollie. That she's saying, all right, this is Juniper, this is Corey, this is Lyndon, this is Corey, this is I don't know, the wolf guy. This is, I think her name is Corey. I don't.
What's happening?
And she's just like,
let her shoot a shot.
Yeah.
so she's just like going back and forth. The one with the
Nice.
big butt, I don't know his name, but like my gosh, I don't know. But they killed somebody. Lord Gerber's dead. Oh my goodness. And then there was something. She's really trying to memorize what she can because she wants to.
Alright.
She feels the emotion that you feel is inspired, and she is like, the muse has hit her at the worst time. In the middle of a ship and an evacuation in the dark of night. She's horrified. She has nothing to write. She has no pen and paper. She sees the loot that's on the other side of the ship, and she's like, I should be playing something. I should be writing this down. Like, her mind's running at 1,000 miles an hour right now.
I'm gonna say before the minute's up, I'll reach and lean into my twins as they're all gathered around Zach, around Goose. I'm saying, we've got a fan, and not only do we have a fan, we have someone that wants to write about all the ordeals and the things that have happened. We might want to go and ask some questions, or at least set some rules before they start spreading, as they call the songs of the bards.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a little edit on the.
She knows about the murder, so
postscript.
Thank you.
kind
Yeah.
of have a fan.
Aretha,
Yes. Sorry. Sorry. This is daydreaming. Yes.
we haven't been very kind, as you can imagine. The evacuation has been stressful for all of us.
My father died.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Truly.
Well,
We were thinking, perhaps maybe, since it is dark, we could put up anchor somewhere and have a meal together.
She looks around. The leading ships will keep going. I think we're meant to, and the river is safe enough. I could stay up and navigate, and then somebody else can take over. But I'd be much more comfortable.
We could cook while it's moving,
Uh,
Junie. It's better to get to the next town.
She's
We
brilliant.
should keep moving.
Yeah, what she said. She ignores anything you said, Lyndon, but she's focusing
did-
on what.
Did I hear what she just
Alright.
said? I
Yeah,
heard.
she-
AJ didn't hear what
Oh,
she
she's
just
she's
said.
yeah.
but
She
then
said
I
it under her breath. The
retroactively
second you
heard.
said it, she's like, she's brilliant. Yep, I agree with her. Yeah, we should. Yeah, cook and sail. She's sort of in her mind. She's like, she asks out loud, "What rhymes with Lyndon?"
She asked that out loud.
Yeah, she's like, I can't. I've got not much. I've got like
I mean,
Nothing. Actually, nothing.
Make a multiple word rhyme like wind in your sails. Something. It's not hard.
I think if you're
Do a
aiming
half
to,
rhyme like finding.
I think if you're aiming to rhyme, maybe you should pick different names.
Also, I don't know where
like
you
Goose.
picked up on Linden, but I'd prefer you didn't write that down.
It's not different,
It's
Goose.
not a name that we like getting out there.
Oh, what do you go by? Sorry. And when she asks that question, she's looking at Corey.
Yes, Corey, what do we otherwise like to go by?
Lilas.
Lilas. That's very pretty. She looks around. Do you go on boats often?
You know what? I think I should
Alright.
start cooking.
GM, I'm
going
gonna
to
probe
go-
Yeah, I'm
deeper.
gonna-
I
I'm gonna
need a
step
wisdom
away.
saving throw from this individual. I'm going to probe
Goose.
deeper. I'm going to see
None
what's
of
going
us
on
know.
here.
None of us
Yeah.
know.
So you don't need to. She has lost her parent. It's a traumatic experience. She is not sure what to do with herself, and she found somebody that she finds attractive. Not the best of time, but this is what she's defaulting to right now. She's just like in a sort of, almost not catatonic, but like sort of fugue state where she's just, default mode has been turned on, and we're gonna automate a lot of what our brain does, and that's where she's
Yeah.
at.
I'm not going to portray her deep thoughts, but I'm just going to say to everyone,
I think she's okay. She's lost as well this day, and she's just looking for comfort and company.
We should give some space to the person looking for. I can't be in this vicinity. I'm gonna crash 2 ships tonight.
I'm going to start preparing a meal, if anyone would.
That sounds like a
Like
good
to assist me?
idea.
I'm not going to linger
Goose
too
follows
much
suit
with
around.
the bard.
Okay.
I don't know the name, sorry, I haven't memorized it yet. I'm just going to say
It's okay, Arethea, yeah.
Arethea. I'm going to walk up to Arethea and say,
I'm sorry I growled at you and barked and scared you. I was just being protective.
Did you,
and then
before you go, she'll say, did you heal?
I look back to my siblings to see if anyone's seen the interaction.
You really have to stop doing that in front of people. Ollie.
Did you, it looked like some of his wounds were unmade when you touched him.
I did. I have a habit of.
Can you bring people back from the dead?
impulsive.
Can you do that?
I don't know what this power is.
I
don't know
don't
where
think
it came
so.
from.
Wait, if we turn this ship around, can we go back? Can you bring people back?
That would be necromancy, and I don't think my brother has that power. I'm sorry.
I tell you what.
She nods her head quietly and
I put a hand on Ollie to stop him making any other promises.
Ollie nods,
we should.
understanding this, and we'll just walk away.
You can see she kind of falls quiet again, and I'll just navigate the ship. And she
Thank you.
I said to Corey, in mete.
V?
Zai. Just keep our names out of your songs and mix up the details of perhaps who killed whom. We'd rather not have a target on our backs.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Nobody listens to my songs anyway. It's fine. And she'll.
I'm sure that's not true.
Um,
Corey really unsure of herself steps towards this. How old is she?
She probably is in her mid-20s. She's human, so it's always a bit tricky, but you'll probably say she's 23, 24, around that age.
Okay, good. Corey
She's
steps forward.
12. Let's make this weird. No, she's 20.
No, just didn't know whether she was like 19, like younger than Corey or anything. So Corey's gonna step forward, very, very unsure of herself, but is gonna try and attempt to flirt, and just make sure that this this person who is sharing our ship stays like happy with us. I feel like our reputation depends on it.
Okay. Is your approach to flirting like an academic approach where like you've read about such things, or is this like an actual attempt at flirting?
So
Are you trying to like do what Goose would do?
Good question.
Like, is
Okay,
this sort of
hold-
like, I know you're
hold
supposed to
on.
look there, you're supposed to look at them in the eyes for 5 seconds, like...
So Corey is
away,
Corey is charming.
Yep.
Corey also, the type of wizard she is related to a lot of that, but Corey doesn't flirt with people and hasn't even kissed anyone before. So this is like Corey's first attempt, baby's first flirt.
Of all your siblings, who is staring right now and who's pretending not to look?
I'm pretending, but I'm looking.
Yeah, okay. And so is Bowser, yeah.
Yeah, Bowser's also right.
Anyone else actually paying attention, or is everybody else occupied doing their own thing?
I am giving space, but very, very intrigued how my youngest sister is gonna do this.
I walk
She
over to
is
Goose, and
not
I
the
see
type.
Goose is doing the same thing, and then I'll just sort of like watch over, like
I pick up
nonchalant.
the Bard's popcorn that she was eating.
Sure, yeah, okay.
It's just giblets.
this you pick up the, was it Snuggle or whatever? Sure. And Ollie and Lyndon, what are you're focusing on? What?
I'm like off her left shoulder. I'm
Oh,
like,
okay, so
literally-
you're right there.
Oh,
Perfect.
God.
Not weird at all.
Neither of us know.
You're right
how to
there.
flirt. And
is
so
your
I
flirt
don't
as
know how
well.
awkward it is. I'm like, this is how to wingman, right? You gotta go,
Yeah.
Physically
gotta go right
be
next
there.
to them and be
Perfect.
involved in it.
As you're staring at this, she's got this dark skin. She has her hair's tied into like these braids that go down. She's got beautiful brown eyes that are staring at you. She's got a little bit of a scar on her cheek, probably from some work around her farm or the fishing that she would have done with her dad. She's pretty. She's got a little bit, her teeth, a little bit maybe not perfectly straight or whatever, but she's got kind eyes, and you can see her hands have definitely worked in her life. And she looks at you and sort of, she looks up as you're right there. Yes, is there something, Lilas?
I was I'm sure it's not that no one listens to your songs. We all have things that we enjoy doing, and eventually others will see that too.
Well, the last show I played was at the Brass Crab, and I got moved off stage, and not only were they listening, but they hated what they heard, I guess. But the thing is, I guess, I'd rather be hated than ignored, so maybe you're onto something? It's hard, and, but enough about me. What about you? I don't think I've seen you around town all that much. Or your twin? Hi. You wave back. Perfect. Okay.
I'm gonna roll. I'm just
You're
gonna.
just
Can I?
observing.
I just want to roll to see how well I do, and then role play what that is.
Sure. Make a charisma.
Otherwise, I'm gonna flirt too well for this role.
Make a perfect. Roll it.
It's not like a big boat, right? We can.
No. Oh
we
no.
can
Yeah.
hear
It's
this.
It's a tiny boat.
It's not big. Make a charisma. Just a raw charisma check then.
Okay. That's a 15.
Okay. And
Decent.
she sort of like
What
tilts
did
her.
Linda roll?
She
I lean forwards. Yeah, I got it. Is this just straight charisma?
yeah.
I got an 8. But Lyndon leans forward to you and says in like a stage whisper, so it's like way louder than it should be. Quala in emphalo. And then just kind of stares at this woman.
Are you talking about me? I'm right here. I just. Yeah.
Lyndon, could you help me out with the
In a
dinner?
minute, I'm busy.
Lyndon, you can help Junie. I'm
Yes,
okay.
I really need your help over here.
I'll just turn and silently
Just
walk away.
immediately leaves.
Yeah, just like,
I
Yeah.
At some point.
I know what you mean. I feel the same. I'd rather people hate me than ignore me.
So, what do you do? I mean, I write songs, and I spent days, helping my dad with fishing so that we have food. But what do you do? What is it what do you like to do for fun or for work? I know it's awkward with our lives completely in shambles, but it's nice to just have a normal conversation.
I study a lot. I like reading.
Oh, well, is it something I would have read?
Do you use magic? Do you learn magic?
Well, when I was young, they say that some bards can hear the song of creation. That wasn't me. I just know. Everyday magic's short, but not magic. Not like what your brother did when he threw that rock that hit that person over there really far away.
Yes, yeah.
Can you do things like that? Can you do what your brother does? Can you heal people?
oh, she's better. She's better than what I can do. I can. Sorry. She can do everything I can do and more.
I imagine you see Juniper literally
Yeah.
come over and push Lyndon back.
You see Aretha kind of
drag
leans
him back
over and
with
goes,
her.
"Oh, thank you for telling me. Okay, so can you show me something? You don't have to. I'm sorry if this is intruding. I've just not seen real magic up close ever."
Sure. I don't have anything that would be good to do. Hold on.
Prestidigitation.
Mind
Yeah.
sliver her. That'll be good.
Yeah, mind sliver.
Pause fear.
And so your head explodes. She's dead. All right, cool.
I'm gonna
that
create
flirting?
a
You
little.
always pause fear before you kiss someone.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make a tiny little lute necklace. And sort of spin it out.
She
It
immediately
only lasts an hour.
she lets out for lack of a better word, a squeal of delight. That's incredible. You're incredible.
Thank you.
Are you an incredibly? I just. She's staring at this flute that you've made appear. Is this a trick? Like she's trying to run her hand through it.
It's just an illusion. It lasts for an hour.
That's amazing. How did you do that? You're so talented. That's amazing.
Thank you.
You're incredible.
It took a long time to study.
Do you want to show me something? I could, I don't know. Do you want to? I could show you some things. I guess I could. If I could get my lute, I could play a song for you. Do you want to? If you want. I mean, I feel like I'm
sure.
posing, but
No, I would like to hear your music.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. And with this, she'll make her way, sort of not looking at anybody else, as everybody sort of maybe turns their back, or who knows what you guys are doing. She'll grab her lute, and she'll go back towards where it is, and she'll play you. Okay. She'll play you a passably decent tune. You can tell her hands are kind of stiff from the cold. Her voice breaks on and off from the strain and the exhaustion of the day. And it's just a lovely song that, would be probably some song, a lullaby, that was probably sung to her when she was younger that she just plays that seems fitting to this moment. But it's nice, I'll tell you, she rolled a 15. So it's quite pleasing. And
Take it away, Rackham.
no, you don't want to hear me sing it.
Come on.
Hey,
Rackham just breaks down into a choir song.
that's it,
It's,
exactly.
like,
exactly.
amazing.
I have a guitar right there, but no, it's no thanks. Nobody wants it. And here's Wonderwall. And she sort of stops. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you.
It was beautiful. I disagree with those that booed you off stage.
Well, I appreciate that, and it would have been. I'm sure that you would have been my one supporter. What are we gonna do when we get there?
To the next city?
To Kalaman. You're obviously the leader of your family, and with such incredible prowess, you're capable people. I don't know. I have nobody there. I'm not sure if I should hang out with you, and I mean, it's a very, very forward. I don't know, but what do you plan to do when you arrive to Kalaman?
I was going to go to the library and see if I could research dragons. I feel like this is a larger issue, and so many people have died. I don't want others to continue to suffer. And there's a whole army, so I feel like maybe that's my priority. But you can come to the library with me if you'd like.
Goose, as you're watching, you see a pro move from the bard as she reaches over and moves a bit of hair from your face. Corey, if you let her. And she sort of tucks it behind your ear.
Gotta respect the game.
The game? What's the game?
Game.
And she looks and
You
says,
just lost.
"You shouldn't hide who you are. You're beautiful." She looks at you dead in the eyes, and she'll ask you, "Can I kiss you?" And with a
I'm
lack of
holding on to
response,
Lindy.
she will.
As soon as she starts to pull away, I'll be like, not today.
Okay. All right. Hey.
I've just been fighting, and I haven't.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Why would you be? It's fine. Why don't we?
But that's not a no. Just not today.
Are you hungry? I'm starving.
Yeah, food.
And as you
sounds-
turn
Looks
around,
like
you can
it's,
see.
mostly done. If people want to grab a bowl.
Goose has just been watching while furiously cutting potatoes.
Oh yeah, I imagine the whole Hartman family. is
The
pretty
potatoes
much
are a
just been,
mess. Like you made such a because you're not looking at what you're cutting. There's potato mixed in with
Yeah, we've just all been side-eyeing each other the entire time whilst cutting. So it's
perfect. And
bunch
with
of
this,
chopped vegetables.
there's a chopped
Enjoy.
turtle mixed in with the.
Yeah, I've definitely cooked the turtle. Goose is eating this turtle.
With this, as you guys are eating, here's what we're gonna do. This is a moment that you guys have been long enough away from combat that you're able to level up. So we talked about this pre-stream, which is nice. So I know you guys know what you want to do with your level ups, but you want to also do your hit point rolls. So let's do this, and then we'll continue because we're not at time yet. And then so make sure you get a chance to get your stuff done here.
It's my turn. It's my turn to roll for the twins.
Best of luck.
Come on, D6. Stunner
Alright.
needs a new pair of shoes.
Here comes
we
the
go.
3.
Twins need a new pair of hit points. Here we go. That's a 4. It's above
Nice.
average.
Perfect.
So, well, it's the average.
It's the average.
4 plus our 2 from Con, we both get 6 extra hit points, taking us to 22 maximum now.
Nice. Meow, 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 meow. Ollie, in terms of hit points, go nuts.
I'm on a 27 right now. I rolled a d8.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Huge, dude. Ollie's buff as hell. Watching his sister, he's learning. You're taking notes for how to flirt, and obviously, it almost worked.
From
Goose.
Corey?
So
I mean,
10.
Corey
So I got
almost.
10.
Listen, somebody reach. Affection. Why not? Corey was a pro move.
Hartman
Corey's
family is hot. What can we say?
Yeah, we're all hotties.
Stop.
Goose.
Rolled a 2.
Nice.
That's really crazy.
you-
Good.
All right. Did you level up? What did you take out of curiosity? What did you level up?
Same thing.
Okay,
I have
perfect.
been leveling up.
Awesome. So you're a cleric, monk, rogue, fighter, sorcerer, wizard.
Yeah.
Now, right?
I took
Okay, perfect.
took that rogue dip.
Nice. Excellent. By the end of the campaign,
I'm leveling up sorcerer.
yeah, it's
Yes.
fine. Perfect.
Please.
And Juniper, what did you get for your hit points?
So I'm rolling a d10. I believe that is a 5. Do I add anything to that?
Your con modifier. So if you check,
Yeah.
it's
So 6. 6 extra.
nice. Just perfect.
Pretty good.
The trip from where you are to arrive to Kalaman takes the entirety of the night. So is there anybody keeping watch? Are you guys doing anything else on the ship? There's a meal that's prepared. Erethia eventually will fall asleep. You also spot, along this time, by the way, you do see that on one of the ships up ahead that's been slowing down, waving at you, because you finally spot, you hear the voice of Finch calling out across the waters. Goose! Goose!
Badge!
Goose!
Badge!
That goes on for a solid 5 minutes until somebody says, "Shut up! Just swim to him. Gee, we're trying to sleep." And eventually you hear the in the water as Finch will make her way and swim across the waters. And you watch as she gets to the side of the ship. The ship lists a little bit for a second, and she pulls herself up. She's soaking wet, but she is, if you let her, she will make her way to the ship and climb aboard.
Yeah. I give her a big hug. I have the finger in my hand. And as I pull away, I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't let you get in on this, but
What the? Is that a
Gerber's
finger?
dead. Yeah. It's Gerber's finger.
Did you cut off his finger?
Yeah, I feel like you're focusing in on the finger bit.
Yeah.
I
you
cut
just...
his finger off his dead body.
Oh! Goose! And then she kind of like punches you in the shoulder. Dude,
I know. I'm sorry.
But...
I know. It was a kind of a short window of time kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't need you to rescue me, man. I could have done it myself.
I know.
Who's the hottie back
mean, I
there? And
did-
she ignores you for a second. Who's that hottie back? She points to Erethia. Who's that?
It's a whole situation. We don't have time.
I mean, I kind of... I can make time.
No.
What do you mean, no?
We don't have the time to get into it.
All right. Do you call dibs or something?
Corey.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay.
And it seemed like there was a thing back. Look, we got a lot to catch up on.
Oh, nice.
Mostly that.
You two are so loud. So loud.
Stage whispering.
It's great to have you on
Stage
board, Finch, but you are both being incredibly loud right now. If you
We know how
wanted
to
privacy, I just thought I'd let
our
you know.
voice.
Actually, she'll look to you and say, actually, she'll climb towards you, and she'll grab you and embrace you into a hug, if you let her.
Finch.
To Juniper?
Yeah. And she'll
This is
tell you,
very unexpected.
I'm sorry about Godswin. She'll...
Thank you. Thank you, Finch.
Sure. Hey, that smells really good, you guys. Is there any leftover? Because that ship sucked over there. They had, like, nothing. They're just, just nothing. It smells kind of... Is that turtle?
Grab
Yes.
grab a plate. There's plenty left over.
Great. Awesome.
Goose
and
looks embarrassed.
I'm going to well, I'd say get fresh air, but no, I just need to be by myself for a bit. And she's just gonna like go over and essentially like stand by the edge of the boat, just kind of looking out at the water.
Okay.
Ollie is fashioned the turtle shell as a new little trinket. We'll see this, and a few moments later, attempt to walk up and just see if it's one of those moments that Junie just needs to be alone. Just very meekly walking towards, just seeing to
Just,
see.
like walks at an angle past her, like.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna like. The presence of Ollie is one that is always, been around Juniper.
Yeah.
There's no separating them essentially. So she doesn't need to acknowledge you to know that you're there.
I'm gonna creep up then and just side hug you. You all right?
Yes. It's just a lot to think about.
So you're not all right.
What would make you think that?
I don't know, Junie. Your words are heavy. The light that I've often basked in is dimming.
I guess I just feel sad. I think there was a time when I was with Godswin. And it looked like a different life branched out in front of me. And I knew that could never happen. But it was nice to dream about. And now it just all feels like it's all... I'm not just missing a person. I'm missing a thought. A person that could have been. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I mean, to squeeze Junie pretty hard and give a kiss on the temple.
I know that I'm not really good at remembering to do things like this, but thank you, Junie, for all that you do. I can relate. I often
can
think
relate?
about... Yeah. I often think about what it would be like if we didn't lose Mother. And that thought is missing from me as well. So, I understand to a degree. I've never harbored feelings like yours for someone else. But I hold great love for you and our siblings. And I see the sacrifices that you make for us, and thank you. Thank you.
You never have to thank me, Ollie. I would do anything for you. For our brothers and sisters. That's just what family is. It is who I am. It makes me happy. And you shouldn't... I understand. It feels like without Mother, we lost versions of ourselves that could have been. But you have just always been Ollie. Just always been wholly yourself. And that is very, very special thing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Now, I'll probably just need a few more moments to stare out at nothing.
I'll go make you a cup of tea, then. Just like you like it. All right.
Does anyone have any tea? And I'll wander off, looking for tea.
Oh.
All right.
And look out at the water.
All right. Lost in your own thoughts. Yes, Corey.
I think Corey's gonna look to Lyndon, who looks rather
Lyndon's going
upset.
through his alchemy kit, and he's just pouring things back and forth between two flasks, as if he's trying to work on something, but he's not doing shit.
Vive par.
Vous, Sully says.
Lord Sully?
Puts his beakers down and just kind of rubs his head. Vous quala fivali halo.
Vokor.
Vuzuto quala there. He gets up and starts to move away. In the
Corey
direction
immediately
Ollie
follows.
went.
Halo fimerak li hora di daya. Quala rulu.
In rora kozel vu porto in mutam uvor.
Are you guys being quiet?
No.
Finch
I mean,
kind
no
of
quieter than everybody else on the ship.
Finch kind of nudges Goose and goes, "Yeah, what are they saying, dude? What's happening? Sounds intense."
I think I think they're talking about like nerd shit is probably
what?
Corey will grab your arm in one last attempt. Darkrakra vivek rulu sagen. And then let go.
So,
And go back to what Corey was doing, which is, I'm assuming, being nice to the new woman that's here.
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to go find Ollie.
Okay. Arethea is enjoying your company. She's talking to you. She's, sort of getting sleepy and tired. She's rubbing her eyes, but she's eating the food that you guys have prepared, and she's enjoying your company. It's not weird, but, you guys have sort of, like, gotten that past where it's weird that she has to kiss you and you said not now, and it's like, okay. And she's telling you about her life. She's listening to anything that you'd want to tell her. And she's, the highlight, I guess, or maybe a thing that might make you feel good is she laughs. There's something that you say at one moment, and she has a genuine laugh. And it's a delightful sort of, she sounds like a drowning dolphin. It's horrifying, but it's funny, and it sort of like makes you laugh that she's laughing and she sounds awful. But it's a whole thing that you guys kind of go through. Lyndon, you go find Ollie. Is there any particular exchange you guys want to have?
Yeah, I say, Ollie, can I speak to you a second?
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm going to lead you. It's not a very big boat, but I'm going to lead you to the other end of it than Junior's, as far away from her as I can get anyway, without it being obvious or suspicious. And then I say, in a very hushed tone, listen, I don't think Junie knows that you ran away yet.
Oh,
and
you know
with you coming, of course I know, you left a note.
I know.
With you coming back, I don't think she needs to know. I think it will break her. She feels like our mother since she died. And I think our family falling apart would be the last thing that she needs right now. I'm glad that you came back.
I'm glad to.
I need you to know how stupid it was for you to run away in the first place. It is... I cannot begin to explain all the reasons why that was such a stupid idea, but
Isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that what you and Corey want?
I'm sorry, Ollie. I'm sorry that I talked to you that way. I'm sorry that I blamed you for our mother's death. It wasn't your fault. I know that. It was just hard.
There's a difference between knowing something and feeling something, brother. You feel that.
Of course
I carry
feel
that
it,
shame with me.
I can't stop the way that I feel, and I know it's not true, but I can't stop feeling it. Junie and Goose, they both got to know her.
I know.
I don't have a memory of her. I was only 3 when she died.
I know.
And I didn't mean to form my feelings for you, but it happened when I was a baby, and I can't stop feeling.
I know, brother. You don't have to be sorry for your feelings.
But when you left, when I got that note, and it hit me that I might have been the reason for you running away, that you might die in the wilderness without me because I blamed you for something that wasn't your fault, I can't.
Ollie just hugs. Big bear hug. I just try to squeeze all the feelings out.
Sorry.
Reluctantly, the arm comes around and he hugs you back, and it's just, I think they just embrace for a little while.
In the background, you hear again the ongoing commentary of Finch looking to Goose. Yeah, your family's weird, dude. What the hell?
Stop!
You know what I say? Can't live with him. Can't throw him off a bridge legally.
I mean, we can make it work. All right. In that small ship where a lot has happened, night progresses, and all of you legitimately are. Goose, you're beat to hell. You had a crappy night, a crappy sleep the night before. You had a little bit of rest during the day. And you just had a bit of an adventure. Judy, it's been a long day. Ollie, twins, is anybody going to sleep, or are we going to stay up the entire ride to the city?
I'm gonna roleplay this entire thing.
Hell yeah! All right,
Yeah.
in real time,
Definitely need
8 hours of
definitely
roleplay.
need to sleep. Definitely need to sleep because
Yeah.
I desperately need those spell slots back. But also,
That's
Lyndon
nuts.
is going to spend a great deal of it just studying, because for my level up, I'm taking a +2 in intelligence. So
Perfect.
he's just studying.
Okay.
That's also his comfort blanket.
Yeah.
So after he's been emotional and vulnerable, he goes back to shut up. Nope, bottle those back down again, and
Yeah.
then goes back to books.
Yeah, your
Is that
logical mind
is that
kicks
how
in.
it ended? We kind of just like punched each other and just like
Yeah, just like stay
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Punched
Yeah.
you on the arm and walked off.
Neither of them
So good.
violent people.
Dad
I
told
think
us
Kari-
that's. Go ahead, sorry.
I think Kari will sleep, seeing that Lyndon isn't. Just so one of them has spells to use.
Sure.
And is going to stay near to Lyndon and probably like try not to continue too much talking
Mm-hmm.
with Arethea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she'll if left alone, she will fall asleep too. Like she'll bundle up, she'll use the loot, put her cloak on it, and use it as a pseudo pillow. And whoever's taking over and navigating the ship, she'll just hold this steady, follow the river. It knows what to do.
I imagine that might be Junie,
Okay.
who is probably going to be just staying up for some alone time, essentially, making sure that the ship is taken care of, and wanting to make sure that she is busy.
Okay. Anybody staying... Finch will fall asleep. She's like... After she eats, she's like, oh man, I ate... And she lets out a burp that puts everybody else to shame. Sorry, I just... Yeah.
Foghorn.
Yeah, just... Well, at least they know where we are. I get real farty when I sleep, so I apologize, but it's just like, it's been a while, and... Yeah, and she'll immediately kind of find a spot on the deck of the ship, and she'll just zonk out. So, Junie, you're up. Lyndon, you're studying, and then you'll fall asleep at some point.
Yeah,
Corey, you're
eventually.
napping.
But nice.
Arethea's napping. Finch is asleep. Goose, what are you doing?
I'm out.
You're out poof, right after, or maybe before everybody else. You're out cold.
Arethia's
By
asleep.
which I mean I jump off the ship.
Oh,
and I
No.
and I go back to the Gerber.
No,
And
you don't.
da-da-dum-dum,
The harebrained
da-da-dum-dum. Every time you do that, I should have like the ramp up to that song start staying in the back, and then it just sort of dies back down. But no, not now, put it away.
No.
The mariachi band comes out. Not now, not yet. Ollie, what are you doing?
We may
it's
have
frozen.
because
Oh,
Dread came
Uh-oh.
up to the.
What a pose, though.
Dread came up to this, and then was just there for ages.
Oh,
And then it's
no.
like this.
We
it's
lost
like
him. I know
Oh
it's
no.
the
Their
camera's
turn
almost
to
up.
do a. Their turn to do a roll.
Ollie.
We'll give him a set. We'll give him a minute. Ollie's gone. Yeah, there you go. There's Zach partially there. Hello. And then
You can be both.
oh, you'll be both.
And
Okay,
then
so
or just get to be themselves.
yeah, that's Zach's screen right here. Goose. I mean Ollie. What are you doing? So okay, I had something lined up, but we'll give him a chance to come back. Of course,
Oh,
it
no.
works out
It's
this
always
way.
the way.
It's always the way. Like,
"Ah,
hey, cool, I have a cool scene for Ollie. Not yet.
Mm-mm.
We'll give him a minute
Hold,
because
please. One
hold,
moment,
please.
caller.
Stand by. Doom, doom, doom. Okay.
How does everyone snore? I feel like this is the honk shoot, like, ha, wah, 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 wah.
I don't
Well,
think
maybe
Corey
Goose
makes noise.
snores.
So, yeah. Corey sleeps. I guess Corey sleeps like the dead. I would imagine, like super quiet.
Hmm.
Stealth.
Stealth.
Stealthily.
There he goes.
I
There's-
imagine maybe Juniper has like it's not snoring, but it's just like it's almost like like heavy breathing, almost like
Mm.
hyperventilating.
There we go. Ollie's back.
She doesn't
Yay.
sleep well.
Can't let Jake down take a W, can you?
No, she must suffer in every aspect of her
I
life.
love it.
We
Because
love.
when she's not awake, she is still worrying about everyone. Like all of her dreams are stressful.
Judy, make just a general Constitution saving throw for me, just to see something. I want to see.
Okay.
Just to see if you have like a stress related.
it's I rolled a 2, so that's a 3.
You are so stressed out in your sleep, like I am in real life. You grind your teeth. And this is a thing, and by the way, people like I sleep like crap because
yeah.
of it. Junie's teeth in the back. She needs a dentist desperately. This poor woman has
Healing.
cracks, and she needs a crown or something in the back teeth. There, it's
Like
not looking good.
always,
Cure wounds.
there is a dull.
Oh.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
just always a dull pain.
Yeah, and the
her
jaw,
head.
and it's not pleasant.
Having just been for my annual checkup at the dentist yesterday morning and got told I need $800 worth of work doing, I can relate to the
Oof.
pain that
Yeah.
comes from that.
Oof.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thank God for insurance, man. So, because I got an appointment at the dentist tomorrow too. It's a complete sidestep to the D&D thing.
Does
Ollie,
Juniper have insurance?
she does not, but you have a brother that can magically heal, and maybe you. Ollie,
Yeah.
everybody else has gone to sleep, save Juniper, who's sort of, and Lyndon, who's doing a bit of studying. Are you going to zonk out too, or is everybody else? Are you going to stay up?
Before I zonk out, I'm gonna look for the owl.
Okay. Give me a perception check, please.
Sure. Where's my dice? Where's my dice? There it is. Roll, roll, roll. 21.
No out.
Okay. Suppose I should get some sleep then.
Yes, mouth guard at night in the comments. It's true, and you fall into a deep sleep. Ollie.
No. Prophetic dream.
I was waiting for you to come
Beat
in.
up by the trapper.
You awake in the farmstead. You are back home. You are in the house. It is a beautiful spring day. You can hear the sound of the birds coming outside, the wind coming through the window that's been left open. It smells nice. And the reason that you wake up is you hear laughter that's pealing through the farmstead. And this is laughter that you've heard once, maybe in your life, maybe twice. It is the laughter of Corey peeling through the farm. And it is loud, and you hear footsteps somewhere.
being chased. And wait! And you hear the voice of Lyndon cut across as he's chasing his sister. You see Goose is somewhere in the farm as you look out the window. Clearly the outline of your brother, much younger than he looks today, or maybe less harried. He is fairly well built. He's got farmer's clothes on. He's got a scythe in hand, and he's harvesting what appears to be a really well-maintained row of wheat and just generally very well-maintained plants. You can see that things have been planted, and this is a much bigger farm than you remember ever having. Down below, on the floor, on the main floor of the house, on the ground floor, you can hear the sound of a man's voice, your dad, and you hear the sound of a woman's voice. And you hear your dad arguing with who else but Juniper, who is telling, Dad, I'm old enough. I can stay out late and listen. It's not that far. I'm just meeting some friends. And, you know, and you can hear father, I don't like the look of that Godswin. He's always up to no good, and I think he's going to lead you astray. Daughter, you can do better than a would-be knight. They're ridiculous. All of it's ridiculous. I think you should stay home, and you've been doing so well. You're so close to achieving all the goals that you've set. Your book that you've been writing, I know, well, it's near completion, so you have skill for writing. Why not focus on that instead of this Godswin? And you can hear them arguing back and forth until a voice cuts in. Ulrich, it's all right if daughter wants to go. I remember being that age, and it wasn't long after that I met you. You hear a sigh kind of rolls. All right, fine. Well, if mother says it's fine, then, but just don't be later than... I'll be up waiting for you. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. And you see your sister Juniper collects her satchel.
Junie likes a boy. Junie likes a boy.
You hear Goose in the distance kind of calling out as she leaves the house, making her way down there. But as you look around, I'm going to ask you to make a perception check for me, please.
Let's do it. Scare. 22.
Excellent. You're familiar with this farm. You're familiar with this room. You're familiar with this house. You're sitting or you're laying down on the floor. And as you stand up, you realize this is where your room would be. And there's nothing there. It is just a closet, a table, a rug, some books that have been strewn about, some ink, spills. Juniper, who spends a lot of time writing, she's quite talented for it from what you can gather. She's writing a book. And you can see Goose's things in the far remote part of the room. And
Ollie begins to cry, but he's happy. He looks around at how happy everyone is, and
you look out the window,
weeps.
and in the distance where the forest is, you can see a beautiful, by a large tree, a beautiful acorn that sticks out like a beacon almost. It's gilded, and it has beside it a number of... There's a feather that's there. But beside it, beside this beautiful acorn, what really draws your eye is your mask.
Ollie pulls himself together, wipes his snotty nose and tears, and rolls his shoulders and starts heading in that direction. Do it a bit sneakily, though. He doesn't want to disturb anyone.
The farm is in pristine condition. You can see your father down below in the kitchen. Nobody seems to see you as you're walking through a ghost in this space. You can see your father, who is looking much younger, or make an you know what? Make an insight check.
Not so good. It's a 7.
Okay. Your father looks younger. The person you presume to be your mother, who've heard so much about, stands beside him, cooking in the kitchen while he's chopping stuff and they're working together. You can see that there's a table in the kitchen that has...
Ollie's heart begins to beat incredibly fast as he just tries to peek at the mother.
Give
And
me...
then under his breath. Yeah, good.
Yeah, as you try to get a good glance at your mom, you can see there's a ledger with like coins that are just beside it. They're doing well. Financially, they're doing well. The house looks in impeccable shape. You can see down here Corey and Lyndon arriving at the table. If they're younger, they're a little bit younger than they are in the present day. They're smiling. Corey's using her magic in a very natural, intuitive way, with Lyndon sort of playing along with her. Your mom, you can hear her voice kind of cuts. No magic in the house. You guys know better. Every time you fiddle with it, I end up having to spend some time fixing it, or your dad does. So behave, please. And you hear them, both of them, by rote. Yes, Mom.
Yes, Mom.
But as she turns to face, there's something very wrong with her face. You could see that it is a person from the back. It looks... But as she turns to look in the direction of where you would be, you could see this faceless visage. No eyes, no ears, no mouth, nothing. Just this blank space with a voice coming out of it as she locks eyes where you are. Then you can hear a voice come out. It is dark, it is deep, and it cuts through you as it says, "This is what their lives would have been like if you'd never been born. This is what you have cost your family. Come to me, and I can make that happen. Give it up. Come, find me." Before the face turns back into an amalgamation of... It looks like a slightly older Juniper. You're not sure if that's exactly what your mom looked like, but it's believable. The voice that came across, you obviously recognize. What will you do, Ollie? The Trapper has beckoned you to come to him.
Ollie goes to the voice in a panic and a worry. He'll go to the voice.
It beckons you outside of the door, and you can see the shadow lingering over your mask and over the acorn. You can see the form of the Trapper looking at you, cutting across that distance as if he's immediately beside you. Yes, come to me, and I can make all of this, all of your pain, go away.
I don't care about my pain. I care about theirs. Can you make their pain go away?
Yes, I can make this a reality.
How?
Come, and I will show you.
Remembering the embrace far off in his mind that he had with his brother. My brother would insist that you tell me how. I must insist on an inquiry. Get more information. How? How will you help them?
By taking you away. I will make their lives better by making you gone. I have seen how they look at you. I have seen how they speak to you. I have seen how they speak about you when your back is turned to them. I know what they whisper. I know what they dream. I can make it happen.
Will they remember me if you take me away?
No. No. I am not cruel. I will erase it all, and you will be undone. Oblivion. Peace at last. I'm going to ask you to make a perception check, please.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds like a pretty good deal. There must be a catch though.
No.
Surely.
I'm waiting for it.
There never is with stuff like this. There never is.
Perception?
Yeah.
It's not good. It's an 8.
Okay. You see something.
What about our talk?
So,
Y-
I'm seeing only good things. You should definitely take it.
Yeah, there's nothing bad at all about this. This seems good.
Oh, no. It's all good.
We should do it. We should do it.
Oh,
This is
my
fun.
gosh.
You can see two things. One, the mask that is at his feet. He's standing away from you, right? And he's by the acorn, by the mask. And you can see that the mask that's there is that you in your walking day life you don't see, but in this ethereal place, in this place of dreams and or nightmares, or this liminal place that you're in, this place in between, there is a mark on that mask, and almost like an ethereal string or a strand that goes from it to him. And it occurs to you that every time that you've wild shaped, every time that you've used it, you have pulsed a beacon for him to know where you are to hunt you. 2, there is a shape behind him. You see a shadow that is pushing or something that is trying to move. You can't make out the details of it because, bad roll, but you can see that there's something trying to, and his cloak that's floating behind him, his hat that covers his face. You see his eyes, but everything else is covered. He's got like a mask that goes down, and his eyes that are almost as big as the sun right now as they stare into you, even though he's so far away, are burned the red irises that stare at you as he whispers to your salvation by your unmaking. He beckons you. What will you do?
I already left once. And when I did, I stumbled upon a great wisdom. One that I hold in my heart now, Trapper. That wisdom is that I'm not the end of my mother. I am the continuation of her. And though I struggle with my relations, with my siblings, and what I have done, I don't think that my mother would have wanted them to be without me. So no, I will not allow you to remove me. I will not rob them of their feelings and their choices.
And then Ollie is going to run for the mask.
Okay. As you take towards the mask, you watch as the trapper is not looking at you anymore, and a smile, or you would see his posture change as you see the owl, the form of the owl that is now coming from beyond the ridge, that force that's pushing, and he turns to face the owl and not you. Finally, you reveal yourself. It only took baiting your stupid grandson for you to come, and for me to find my vengeance. I will hunt them all. As you've taken from me, I will take from you. And you watch as he turns away from you and runs towards the owl. You can see the shape of the owl begins to or transform as it slowly takes shape into the form of an elven Eladrin woman with flaming red hair behind her. She calls out to you, "Take them and go! Take them! Please! I can't hold them off forever!" And you watch as your grandmother is now in this ethereal place running as the trapper is chasing after her. and she's pointing to both the acorn and the mask behind him. What will you do, Ollie?
I take the acorn and the mask, and I listen to Grandmama, and I get the heck out of Dodge.
Okay. As you run towards it, you can see the trapper removes a long crossbow that looks cruel. You can see the bolts inside of it that are just radiating this necrotic shadow. He targets your mom, or your grandmother, and with one hand in the crossbow, the net in the other, and as you can hear the laugh bellows out of him. And as you touch the acorn and the mask, you find yourself shunted back on the boat. The birds are singing. There is the sound of waves. The sun is filtering through, and in the distance you can see the towering harbor and the castle of the Kalaman, the large city here. And beside you, or in your hands, still the mask that you've always had, and a large gilded acorn. And we'll leave it there for today, as we'll deal with the consequences of your arrival to Kalaman. Nice. Cool.
Oh my god.
That guy's a jerk. Somebody should do something about him. What a jerk, dude.
Wow.
What a jerk.
An a-hole.
We hate that guy.
I mean, we should hear him out. He's got some good points.
He's got some good points. He's not a bad guy.
A pretty nice life.
Yeah, he's a good bean. Okay, as we come to the end of today's session, we're going to be doing our giveaways. So let's do that. Let's do our giveaways. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the number of YouTube comments that exist in that. This is for episode 8. And then I'm going to ask, who wants to roll the D20, you guys? Who has a camera? They can point to the D20 so that we're not skim-assing it.
I got a camera and a D20.
Perfect. Let me go find the video. I think we had, last I saw, we had like 20 comments, but maybe we're more. Episode 8 right here. Perfect. Boom. We have currently 20 comments. So Rob,
exactly 20 comments.
Exactly 20. Look at that. Perfect.
It's like the best.
Some of those Rackham's just been deleting anything above 20.
That's it. It's just it's all
Sorry,
just
you
me.
didn't make the cut.
It's just all me.
I don't want to have to work out how to do a D21. I do have dice all up to like a D20 something, D26 or something. I don't know. Anyway,
come on. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 6.
Let's go.
I'm calling 6.
We love it. We love
It
it.
is not a 6. It is half of
8.
that. It is a 3.
Okay.
Can you tell? It's a 3.
3.
Perfect. So,
good maths.
comment number 3 is somebody called Kcock4919. Congratulations on the big dub. I don't know who that is, but I will message them on YouTube. Is that a thing? And I will. Kcock, KK I don't know. Okay. With this, I hope you guys had fun today. Let's do another round of. AJ, did you start already?
Just currently setting up to go live.
Perfect. We'll give you a minute to do that, and then we'll finish with you. Juniper, Ellen, why don't you tell us all about you before we end today's session? And how much fun was that?
Hi, my name is Ellen, and I like being sad.
Yeah,
the best.
Which is why I love this character so much. And you can find me other places being sad and sometimes happy. If you follow me on Twitter at LNKGraham1, that's where you can find all the other TTRPG stuff I do. Find me on Sirenscape every Friday for Cyberpunk Red, and mainly find me at Roll to Cast. That's ROLE. Subscribe to the podcast. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear if anyone from this stream goes over and gives it a listen and what your thoughts would be. You can also follow me on my Instagram at EllieBean96, like if you took the J away from Jelly Bean. And you can just see like all the weird stuff I get up to, like drag and clowning and acting and all that good stuff. But yeah, this has been such a fun session. I'm so sad.
No, it's good. It's good. Happy thoughts.
I love it though. No,
we
it's
want
so
to be
good.
sad, Rack, and make it
It's like
sadder.
it's like watching a sad movie and you just get all your feelings out.
When I made this character, I was like, he's a bit of a prankster. He enjoys life.
Yeah.
And then Episode 1, I got to prank like one time, like, oh look, I'm a guard and I'm here to arrest you or some shit, and then it's like, oh, all of this
Trauma.
Yeah.
It's funny how we all think we're very happy-go-lucky people until we have to spend a lot of time with our family again.
With our family.
And that old trauma just gets us again.
Let's get that trauma train on the rails.
We'll just kill all the family.
Goose
and
is
then
clearly a well-balanced individual.
Actually, I think Goose is the most well balanced out of us. He's like,
No.
No.
I mean, like he does, but like he.
No.
Just
No,
snapped a dude's neck in the water, man.
You're right.
Yeah,
I mean, but
Snap the
okay.
dude's neck.
It just
But
murdered
we're
a
all
dude.
pretty messed up. All right.
The guy managed to bottle
We're
up
gonna
his
start
feelings
over.
of getting his eye cut out.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
I don't think he's good at
Yeah.
processing emotion.
Yeah, acts impulsively and
He's fine.
no control.
Self-destructive.
over his
Yeah,
behavior.
It's just
to go to family
Destructive,
therapy.
It's just, I think everybody does.
Copes with humor.
Dread, why don't we go to poor Ollie? Ollie, who has now recovered its acorn, a mask, and has now actually realized that the trapper was just trying to bait your grandma and not you. What's up?
Yep.
Where can we find you, Dread?
Hi, you can find me crying in Newcastle right now because I've got all the feels. But actually, I run a channel called Dreaded GM. I'm across all platforms, so YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. If you want to follow me there, do so. We have a brand new game coming on April 13th where we're going to get real spooky because it's time to get Cthulhu up in here. We're going to be talking about a trauma train, I guess, or terror train, if you will. We're going on Horror on the Orient Express. It's a mega campaign by KRCM. I'm very excited to run it. There's a lot of moving parts on it, but you'll have to tune in to find that out. But I want to say thank you to everyone here because this is by far like one of the best games I've ever played. Like, holy gosh, like wow.
Glad you're enjoying it. It's just I could literally shut up for an hour and you guys would run the show. I swear. Put anybody else in this seat and this would be even better. Lyndon, Rob, where can we find you?
Speaking of better GMs, I'm Robert Hartley GM. You gave me the segue. I've got to use it.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Robert Hartley GM. I'm a professional Dungeon Master, TTRPG player, a full-time nerd. I'm most well known for being the Dungeon Master for a comedy group called Viva la Dirt League over on YouTube. We just hit 1/3 of subscribers on that channel. Very excited, very proud of that. I'm also a Dungeon Master in my own right under my own name, Robert Hartley GM. You can find me on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram, Twitter, all the places.
Perfect. Goose, Zach.
That's me. Your boy does a YouTube channel, Zach Speaks Giant, a Twitch, a TikTok, even some would say. You can find me in all of those places. I share silly D&D stories. I share my also silly D&D thoughts. Find them wherever good and bad thoughts are sold.
Nice. Walmart? I don't know. Perfect. And last but not least, AJ.
Hello, I'm AJ Winters. I am a world builder and dungeon master from Winter's Tales. We play Dungeons and Dragons on Tuesday nights in a completely homebrew world that we world build with our community on Wednesdays, which we're about to go and do. So yeah, that's what I do, and you can find me there and on all the socials at Winter's Tales Co.
Perfect.
Do you ever have guest stars on Koa?
I do have guest stars on Koa. Next week, I have a particular guest star on Koa who it happens to also be a good GM.
Dread is
Robert
coming?
Hartley.
Oh, never mind.
I was already there.
Dread was there.
Yeah.
Dread was
Those are
there,
there.
2-3 weeks ago. And somehow we've convinced Rob to come to Perth.
Nice.
Let's go.
So Rob will be guest starring
That's
in
a long
The
flight.
Chronicles of
That is
Aylwin
a long
next
flight.
week.
Yeah, that's like on the west
That
coast
is a
of
long
Australia. Yeah. You see, I know geography, you guys.
I mean, not as well as I do. I beat
Obviously.
you at the American-US
Yeah.
quiz, so-
Well, who remembers
No.
Wyoming, dude? I don't know. It's not a
No,
place.
no.
It's not real. Well, thank you so much for being here, you guys, gals, non-binary pals. I'm Rackham. This is GM Workshop. Tomorrow we're back with. I think we're gonna do a chat plays D&D tomorrow, and then Friday might be a Dungeon Spire run. And then I don't know, there's always a bunch of stuff happening. If you had fun, consider following all these amazing content creators. And we'll be back next week with episode 10. Wow, already episode 10 as they arrive at the city of Kalaman. We're gonna raid out of here and go visit AJ Stick around, spam your favorite channel emote. Thank you so much for being here. Zach, you're gonna walk us out of here, right? With the usual.
I'm gonna do the outro theme song.
All right, here we go.
We had a good day. It was D&D. We played and we cried and we laughed and we did a big sad cry.
Nice.
Oh, God. Stay in rhythm, man.
Yeah.
What?
No,
I'm
Rhythm
begging you.
improv.
I'm begging you.
now in French. Now in French.
It's
All right.
called syncopation. All right.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.